Previously in the GodBreaking, the world is in chaos. A celestial battle between good and evil holds the future of creation in the balance. As the heavens wage war, the material lands of man below reflect the tumult in the skies. All across the continent of Tandesh, dark forces spring free as the divine barriers that suppress them fade away. Kings tremble, and empires falter as their foundations come under siege. But, tucked in the corner of this large continent, lies a small country, the country of Hasselin, a peaceful, pasture-like country. It has long been immune from the hazards that beset the larger nations, but now the shadow of darkness has reached out to this small land as well. And there to meet it is an unlikely group of travelers. Tasked with an impossible mission, they hope to make a difference in this cosmic battle. Will they succeed? Or will the weight of the fate of the heavens be too much for them to bear? Only time will tell. Okay, guys. Last time we left off, you had just had an encounter in the streets of the North Slums. You got ambushed by a group of mercenaries and by the minor thug boss, Jork Rumspert. You defeated the group handily. You managed to show mercy to the mercenary captain. And now it is around 8:30 at night, or 9 o'clock at night. And you are in a tavern. The bodies of those two characters that you had collected bounties, or that you have bounties for, Jork Rumspert and the High Wall Killer that you tracked down yesterday, or last week, are lying outside the tavern. And here you are, sharing some drinks. What would you like to do?
Drink more mead.
Is this like a... Does it have rooms we could stay in this place?
No, this is just a straight tavern. It's not an inn.
Alright guys, if I remember right, at that inn we were at before, where we stayed at, they had stuff to drink there and beds, so I don't know if we want to head that way.
Well, what are you gonna do with the fucking bodies? We can't just take them with us.
Well, they're just... We can, I got this.
You got nothing.
I could just pretend we're all passed out and we're bringing them to bed.
I don't want them in the fucking room.
Why? They're not gonna bite.
Are you sure?
No, not really. But I'm pretty sure they won't.
Yeah, then you're sleeping with them. I'm locking my door. Good luck with that.
Okay. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I need to get some rest.
Yeah, let's go get some rest.
Alright, you guys head back to your, the place where you've been staying, the Blue Maiden Inn, in the service district of Westvane. You walk in to find a groggy innkeeper, just manning the front desk. He smiles at you, greets you.
Hey, innkeeper.
He looks up. Yes? Yes? How can I help you?
Do you have a place where we can keep 2 dead bodies?
He's a little bit shocked. He says, "Surely you jest, my lady."
I'm gonna point over at our dwarf-like cleric and say, he's carrying 2 bodies. We don't want them in our bedroom. Can you put them
Might I ask who these persons were and why you were coming across them? Should I have cause for alarm?
I show him
Well, that
bounty.
guy killed a bunch of girls, and that guy is just an asshole. I don't know what he did, but he did something bad.
I'll
They
show him
both
the
have
bounty
wanted posts.
that we got.
Okay, so he glances over both of the royal the royal wanted posters, or the writs that you had been given, and he says, "Well, this all seems in order. I suppose we have the storage shed in the back. No, it's used mostly for
Does it have a
storage.
lock?
On the rear side is where we throw our our trash and waste for until it is collected. Yes, it is enclosed. We can easily put a lock upon it.
Let's do that. Unless Deimos that you really, really need company in your bed tonight. I mean, if you
I don't
really
care. We
want
can
them,
store
we
them
can.
there.
I suppose very well. You all have been loyal and good customers, taking care of your rooms and have always paid your your costs. So I suppose we can extend this service to you. So he rustles up one of his helpers and says, come this way. And it just takes a few minutes. He brings you around back. There's a storage shed with various supplies in it, and off to the side of it is like a small shack that they throw the
User
trash in.
joined your channel.
He's able to lock it. He's able to place a lock upon it. So will this suffice? It's large enough to hold the two bodies, and it has a door that they can lock.
Yeah,
Please do not leave these here for long. I hope.
now tomorrow
Damien.
morning we're gonna try.
Can you cast a glyph of warding or something on this? Make sure.
Really? Yeah, you're really afraid someone's gonna steal our body?
They're worth a lot of money.
Fine. I'm gonna go over to both of the bodies, and I'm gonna put a glyph of warding on each one. So if they're taken away or moved, it goes off.
Okay. What
And
kind of,
we do the same thing that we did yesterday and have it hook to a
Message?
mind spell? Yeah, message spell.
so you two link up again. Yeah, you press your hands together and coordinate the casting of your spell, and you're able to get the same effect. So if someone tries to tamper with this doorway, you will both receive a mental message.
And that takes off my last 2 third level spells for the night.
It's in place, and I believe that it lasts a long time, right?
Until it goes off, right?
Oh.
To spell it.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
forever.
Okay. So it's on there.
I'm gonna hand the innkeep 40 silver, by the way.
Oh, thank you, milady. Thank you.
I asked the innkeep, would you have an extra room available? I'm new to the party.
Well, yes, we do, of course. I would extend to you the same deal that they acquired. A simple 2 gold per night.
I hand them 3 gold.
My thanks, young elf.
Thank you.
I suppose you elves, I can never quite tell your age. You're surely older than I am.
Surely I am.
Oh, I pray thee, have a good night.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys head back up to your rooms. Is there
I do.
anything else you want to do before you guys go to sleep?
Balanar grabs a couple of cups of ale.
They know to expect you. The barkeep just points over to the corner where he's been basically keeping your mug that's been constantly used almost out there, and it's full.
I guzzle it down, ask him for a refill.
Yep, he's got
Guzzle.
that ready.
Guzzle that one down too and head up to the room.
Okay. All right. You guys head to your rooms. It's right now. It's after 10 o'clock at night, and you all have a long rest. The sun rises. It's early in the morning. You're starting to hear the movement of activity in the inn below you as you guys are on the second floor. And through the windows in your rooms, you can hear the city slowly coming awake. What would you like to do?
I'll be downstairs eating.
They have arranged quite the hearty breakfast for you this morning.
I'll head down as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down there with her.
All right. As you guys feast on the various breads and meats that they prepare for breakfast, a few eggs as well. Um, is there anything you'd like to discuss? Or do?
I eat silently, brooding. There.
Yeah, I'm not very happy in the mornings.
Well, I checked the door where all the guys were at, the dead bodies.
It is intact.
Alright, sweet. I'm gonna grab some food.
I say we should take those bodies to collect our fee as early as possible.
That sounds like a good plan.
All right.
Are you sure? Because there's this really interesting story, a bardic tale, about this guy named Bernie and his two friends. I think we should do something like that.
Like Weekend at Bernie's? Do you guys have any kind of spells that can animate?
Man, are you the only one that knows that?
Sorry, I'm responding to Ashok and the other in TeamSpeak chat. Okay, I guess so. No one's seen Weekend at Bernie's. Hilarious movie.
No.
Okay.
I've seen it.
All right, you guys wake up. So you guys want to head back to the city center and try to collect on your bounties.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, you start walking in that direction, and as you do, by the time you finish breakfast, you notice that there's as you approach the center, there is a fairly large number of people in the area. Where before you came in and went, and the whole courtyard was pretty open and clear. Now there's quite a few people there, hundreds and hundreds of people. Many of them are these
Can
refugees.
we
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe we should. I'm gonna look at the party. Maybe we should send in a scout to make sure that nothing is wrong.
I'll go forward, and if everything's good, I'll send back a message.
Okay.
Are you good at sneaking? Try to sneak in. Don't just.
Well, it's an open courtyard area. It's a very large area, and you're seeing people gathered all around. A lot of them seem to be these refugees
try
that
to
we're
blend-
talking about. Okay, Elwin, you heading forward?
Yeah, I'll head forward. I'm gonna look for the same guy that gave us the bounties or the writs.
Okay.
Whatever.
His name was Adjudicator Aaron. I put that in chat. You head forward, and you see as you make your way halfway through the courtyard, you'll see that the people have begun to coalesce, and they're standing around expectantly. It's not like they're just mulling around going about their business. Everyone is waiting for something. You're starting to hear snippets of conversation as people are saying, "What's going on? The king is called. Is making an announcement of some sort."
I keep an ear out for that as well to see if I can listen to what they're talking about.
Yeah. So you hear something like that. Basically looking up at the way that this information was communicated was that at the top of the ramparts of the inner wall. So on the map here, on the map of Westvane, the city center where the adjudicator rests is in this area, right next to the circle market, right here. And along the ramparts of the inner wall that hold the royal palace are flags. And today, and normally they've been flying the golden emblazoned flag of Hasselin with a manticore treading across the front of it as the royal emblem. But today, stacked above those flags, are these triangle-shaped blue flags as well. And you gather that the people know to watch for this flag, and that when the blue flag flies, it means that the king is calling an open announcement, basically, and he's bidding people to come listen.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast a message.
Okay.
And I'll cast it so Euphemia can hear, and I let her know they have the blue flag with the triangle out. The king's about to speak. If you guys want to head your way to the front.
Okay, I just nodded at everyone. It's like, let's go.
Okay.
So I joined Elwin.
All right. So by this time it's around 7 a.m. You guys have the bodies of your 2 bounties in tow, but it's the 5 of you making your way into the crowd. Euphemia, I assume you have your hood on, so you're not drawing too much attention.
No, I was going to be carrying sparklers and, jumping up and down, doing cheerleader stuff.
Really? Okay, because then I'm going to have to change the story a little bit.
No, I'll have my hood. It was just an idea. But since you insist, I'll go with the dark hood and, shadowy figure shit.
Okay. As you guys approach, you see that about 50 yards away from you, there's an elevated platform, and people are gathered around it. It's sort of halfway up the inner wall. This platform, it's kind of like a speaking place built into the inner wall. And at this on this balcony that in the middle of the inner wall stands several people. It's you looking at them, you see a man, a middle-aged man, with his hair peppered and grayed, with a fairly trimmed beard. On his head sits a golden crown, and he's wearing a regal type cloak and doublet. Next to him are a couple other figures who you can't really make out who they are just yet, but you see that what they're wearing kind of betrays their position. One wears the white robes of a cleric, another robes of a rich embossed nature, kind of like a historian or an arcanist would wear. There's a soldier with a full steel breastplate, ornate but definitely usable in battle, and a couple other figures that you can't tell as well.
And we're just carrying around 2 dead bodies?
Yeah, there's hundreds of people around you, and okay. After a few more minutes, you see more people adding, so people are collecting behind you as well. And they're in various states of dress. Some look like they're businessmen, some look like they're blue-collar workers, some refugees are wounded, and are being supported by family members as they cannot stand, that kind of stuff. But no one is really.
We're going to arrange the bodies so that each body has its hand over Deimos' shoulder, and we put sunglasses on each body and Hawaiian shirts.
There's only been a couple of us that have seen the movie. Okay.
One of the dead bodies is head nods and.
You guys are waiting around for about half an hour before the king finally comes forward to speak. He stands in the middle of the platform, and almost as if through supernatural means, his voice carries out over the thrall of people, much clearer and much further than a normal human voice could carry. You assume that there's some kind of magic that is amplifying his voice. He stands there and he says, "My people, for months now we have been receiving rumors of a scourge befalling our fair land. At first these rumors were vague and dismissible, but over time they grew in frequency and seriousness. All our attempts to investigate these claims proved futile and fruitless. Now, however, we are hearing news of an entirely different sort. Townships are beginning to fall to the scourge, these toads. Falsonville to the east, Hillsmark, Corton, Amberbrook to the far south, and Waterlyn. All of these towns and settlements have reported great distress at the hands of the Scourge. And in fact, some of you here today are seeking refuge from such towns. With each report we have received over the last weeks, we have dispatched a contingent of soldiers to investigate the claims. However, reports back have been slow in coming. Now the latest news is that our close neighbor Somerton is under assault, and I have had enough. Times have grown dire, and harsh action has become necessary. We are preparing the bulk of our strength to deal with this threat. He points to his left to where the soldier is standing there. Not a young man, but definitely not a man in his twilight years. He's more, you assume, in his upper 30s or early 40s. General Eric Strum will be commanding our army, some 3,000 strong. In addition, I will be sending the bulk of my own personal guard, and High Arcanist Bennot here will be attaching his most powerful mages. We will squelch this threat. We will cleanse this scourge from our land and liberate your hometowns. Our forces depart on the morrow. Please send with them your prayers. Hasselin must be free of this blight. There's a murmur across the crowd as people are processing what the king has been saying. And a few seconds go by, and the king steps back from the front part of this balcony, and a lady that was standing behind him steps up. She's a little bit shorter. She seems scholarly, and she's holding several stacks of paper, a stack of papers that in her left hand. She flips through them, and she stands up there, and you hear a voice from the side of the balcony call out, "Lucia Voss, Minister of the Interior, will now address the crowd." She stands up there and says, "Before I begin, are there any questions that anyone might ask or concerns about the king's announcement?"
One of the dead bodies raises its hand, and it asks, "What's the Scourge?"
How is that happening? Are you raising its hand and calling that out?
I'll help out. I'll raise it with mage hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna step away.
I'll use performance and make a male voice come out asking that thing.
Okay, roll me a performance check.
Fuck you! Can't you just let it happen?
I want to see how well how convincing this is. Hey. Okay. People are kind of flabbergasted a little bit, as they see a purple hand holding the back of this otherwise limp arm and extend it up into the ceiling and up to the sky. But then they hear this crystal clear voice of a male, deep set male voice call out and ask your question, "What is the Scourge?" Lucia, far up on the wall, hears your question and says, "Yes, down there." "We do not know. We've gathered mixed reports, but as the king said, all of our expeditions have come back or not returned with any useful information. In fact, that's one of the things I'm about to address here, is how we are offering a large reward for additional information on the nature of this scourge."
Wasn't Amberbrook destroyed by some Griffin Riders? I say in the voice.
People are speaking and murmuring. You can tell that a couple people from here are actually from Amberbrook, and they chime in their support. Yeah, and you hear some murmur of affirmation at the question you just asked. And Lucia, she nods back. She looks back and forth a little bit, taken off guard by the question. She says, "All the reports we've heard are about Amberbrook are that a similar scourge befell them as had the rest of these towns." And she looks back. Isn't that right, Arthur? And Arthur, a man behind Lucia, you see him lean forward and whisper into her ear. She says, "Often with news from towns so far away as Amberbrook, things may become muddled. So the clearest reports we've heard, as vouched for by the Minister of the Treasury here, Arthur Brooks, is that Amberbrook was befallen by a similar scourge. However, perhaps that is not the entire story. We do not know.
The voice comes booming out again from the dead body. I thought it was Amber. I thought it was. Oh fuck! What was his name? What's that guy's name again?
Arthur Brooks?
The Brooks. Okay.
Or
This is what it says.
which Brooks are you talking about?
The one that's up there speaking.
Okay.
That's Arthur, right?
That's Arthur, yeah.
Okay, the voice is going to say, but we thought Arthur Brooks was the one that sent the Griffin Riders to destroy Amberbrook.
And that, the voices that were kind of agreeing with you kind of simmer down a little bit as a little bit of a hush comes across the crowd. And Lucia tilts her head a little bit and says, were these suspicions supported by any evidence or witnesses? Because I assure you, Arthur Brooks has been with us the entire time. He has been here. He can be accounted for in travel logs and in business meetings for the past 2 months.
Doesn't take much time to pay people off to go kill people.
At that, there's Arthur leans back in and whispers to Lucia, and she says, "Happenstance and conjurations. Unless there is solid support, we can entertain such accusations or suspicions." Another person toward the front shouts out a question. "With the army guard, who will be here to defend us?" And she says, yes, we will retain a small number of soldiers to maintain order here in Westvane. Additionally, some of the city police will remain in their normal positions, and the High Temple of Torm has been so kind as to volunteer a number of their paladins and knights to defend the city center. So I assure you, we will be cared for. Our forces will not be as strong naturally, but there will be good men at arms to maintain the peace.
Can I do a check to see if anyone is watching us now?
Okay, so roll perception. From where you are and with your hood on, the press of bodies around you, it's hard for you to see, to get a vantage point to see many faces around you.
I'm gonna whisper to the party. Do you guys see anyone looking at us? Like they want to kill us?
Balanar saw a squirrel running and he's trying to chase after it.
There's
you have to go squirrel.
Like I said, it's quite the press of bodies now, as there are several thousand people in this courtyard. From where you guys are in the middle of the throng,
Well, we suck.
You can't really tell. If there were people watching you, it'd be almost impossible to see where they were or to pick them out from amongst the crowd.
We should get rid of these dead bodies first. Let me go look for Adjudicator Aaron.
Okay. As before.
Yeah, let's sneak out of here.
While you try to, like I said, there's a throng of people pressed in behind you as well. As you guys start trying to ease your way back and cut your way through the crowd, Lucia goes on. She says, our final announcement is that the king has issued a special bounty from his own personal treasury. As was asked earlier, we desperately seek knowledge of the foe we are facing. Anyone who can bring a specimen of these toad-like creatures for us to study before the main forces depart tomorrow will be rewarded handsomely. Please see an adjudicator for more details. Thank you. And with that, a soldier shouts out, "Dismissed!" And the guards along the wall turn and start moving away as the royals and the king and his council move back into out of sight. People start murmuring again, and over the next 5 or 10 minutes, they start dispersing from the courtyard.
I really don't care about any toads. Right now, we got other things to deal with, guys.
As we're walking around looking for this errand dude, I tell the group, weren't you guys looking for a way to get into the palace? Well, they're sending out a massive force. Wouldn't it be easier to get in when no one's here?
Yeah, but I bet there's still a ton of guards in the palace. So, it's
Or we
gonna be
could just-
easier, but don't make it sound easy.
I mean,
Maybe
if they're
if we
sending a
bring it-
massive force, we could easily just knock out a couple of them, take their stuff, and join the massive force and slip back in the palace.
Maybe if we bring a specimen
No,
of a
they're
toad.
leaving. They're not going in.
Let's kill toads then.
What were you saying, Elwin? Was that
Forget the toads.
Maybe if we bring a specimen back, they'll let us in.
Good idea.
Yep.
We do have a bounty to go kill one.
That's even more money then.
you guys look at the bounties that you have. You had three bounties. One was to bring Jork Rumspert in alive. Another one was to find the High Wall Killer, dead or alive, along with evidence of his treachery. The third one was to investigate some of the claims that were coming from Somerton. But the latest update with the king announced was that their news was that Somerton had come under full assault, and that is where they're sending the army off to.
I'd rather not go chasing after that army.
Let's just go turn in these corpses and see
Oh
what we
yeah,
can get.
of course. We're heading that way now.
Okay, it doesn't take you long. You find Adjudicator Aaron at his desk out in the courtyard. They're kind of settled around the courtyard. There's several different adjudicators, and people come asking questions, bringing requests.
I'm just gonna have him dump both the bodies right on his desk.
Okay, but there's several people ahead of you as he's handling different requests. You hear one person ask for help settling a dispute with his neighbor. You hear someone else seeking justice for things that were stolen from him. But finally, after about it doesn't take long, 7 or 8 minutes or so, you guys come up in line and he calls you forward. He says, "Oh yes. The adventurers who received the bounties from me yesterday. How may I help you?"
We have the guys you were looking for right here.
Okay, hold on. Bathroom break? Okay, go fast. Alright. 2-minute bathroom break. By, I guess, joint request from Elwin and Euphemia. Okay, while we're waiting, let's see. Do you guys have any questions about your characters or spells or anything that's...
What are those toad
going
people
on?
called that we fought?
The Slod.
That's it. So there's armies of Slod, huh?
Well, you don't know. You do not
Well,
know.
that's what they're saying the Scourge is, right?
Yeah? Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we in that? Where are we at? Are we still in the inn
No, you guys are in the courtyard. The
of the palace?
outside the palace. So this area here, I'm circling.
Did we turn in the bodies?
Not yet. You guys were going on a bathroom break.
Oh, okay. I'm back.
Okay. Euphemia has 30 seconds.
wireless headsets.
How you doing, Ashok?
I'm fine.
Ashok, is PM the best way to reach you? I was just wondering.
If I happen to be checking my email.
Oh.
You got my email, right? When I sent you the token thing?
Yeah, I put it in. So the aspect ratio and everything on your portrait is correct now.
I mean, so if you need to get a hold of me.
Email works for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at my phone this morning. I saw that you emailed me on Fantasy Grounds, reminding us that there's a game tonight. Oh, like, oh, there's a game tonight, and then I didn't think of it ever again.
I need to send out alert text messages or something to remind people.
Yeah, you know,
beforehand.
here I'll type my phone number so you can.
Don't put it in game. Put it in like TeamSpeak.
No,
or something.
yeah, in TeamSpeak.
Cool. Okay. Euphemia, you back yet? So, how about them elections?
Yeah.
Not a fan.
I find it really funny, I'm not gonna lie.
The elections?
Yeah. Like, I always made jokes. I'm like, one of these days we're gonna have an election like this, and then it happened. I'm like, oh, damn.
Simpsons did it.
It's a freaking circus.
Like, it's really... This was like my joke last year, or like 2 years ago. And now it's like actually happening. I think I might either have psychic powers and doom the world.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Simpsons did an episode on it 20 years ago.
Did they really?
Yeah, about Donald Trump becoming president.
No, really?
Every election he's been doing something for like the past like 20 years.
Oh, jeez.
The episode, it was like the 1994 episode.
Honestly, I think they're all horrible.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of any of the candidates. I've been telling my friends I'm either going to vote third party or just for the hell of it, I'm going to vote Donald Trump because I know that if he wins, Saturday Night Live will be awesome for the next 4 years.
That is very true.
So that's pretty much the only reason.
Yeah. See, my whole thing is I'd vote third party, but I know if I vote third party, it's honestly just me going to a place and wasting like 30 minutes of my time because they're not going to win.
Well, the Libertarian that I liked didn't get nominated.
Gary Johnson?
Gary Johnson again, yeah.
I know a bunch of people who are probably going to vote for him. I might as well.
I probably might too, but I really liked John McAfee.
And we could always vote for Mickey Mouse. I think he's always gets like, what, some ridiculous amount of votes every year. We might as well add to it.
Write him in.
Yep, every year he gets, well, every major election he gets a ridiculous amount.
Yeah. It's crazy. Euphemia, you back? Jeez.
Just got those beer shits. Yeah, I forgot to even pick up beer at the store. I'm like, oh, damn it. So I'm drinking a lemon cucumber water instead this game.
Oh, is that why you're not talking as much? You're not loosened up.
Oh, no. I'm just, yeah, well, no, I got stuff here, but it's one of those things. I'm just like, I'll wait till some other stuff happens.
Gotcha.
Oh, by
I'm
the
back.
way,
Yo. Cool.
how'd your gun thing go?
Oh, it went freaking awesome. Big match, everything went really well. It was a ton of work. I had like 35 staff underneath me putting on the state championship. It was nuts.
Damn.
But it happened.
Are you going to be on the that TNT show, that
No.
shooting sports?
No. We're just a state championship. They put on bigger matches. They feature bigger matches.
Oh,
But it went well. I actually shot well too, so I was happy with how it went. Okay. All right. So we're back. So Adjudicator Aaron, he says, yes. How may I help you?
We place the bodies right on top of the table for him. Here you go.
Oh my! This is not the proper protocol at all. Here, there's a bin over here. And he points off to
A
the
bin.
side.
Wow, really? How
He says-
judicious of you.
He says, very well, very well. Who am I looking at here?
This is
Who are
the
these guys again?
teacher from that road, and this is Jork or something like that. We show him the paperwork.
Yes, oh, okay, one at a time. Jork Rumspurt, yes. You do see here that we asked for him alive.
Well, he
Oops,
kind of attacked
he was
us,
alive.
and died in the
Unfortunately,
process, so nothing we can really do about that one.
happened of natural causes. So unfortunately,
He's looking at
He's
this
nice
heavily
and crispy.
charred,
Yeah, a fireball. It was very natural.
heavily charred halfling corpse that's lying on his desk right now, and he cocks his eyes. Like,
He ran in front of my fireball.
yes, I see.
As he was trying to stab us.
Oh, was it a matter of self-defense?
yes, we.
Oh
he
yeah,
was
he
attacking
had.
us.
It was him and about 6 other guys with big weapons. He hired some mercenaries or something to kill us.
Oh, I see. Well then, that does make a difference. And he looks around and he says, "Yes, this is indeed Jork Rumspurt. I can tell by the signet ring upon his small finger here."
Oh, I'm gonna take the signet ring.
Ah, tut. You will get your reward. He says, "Our
Depends.
going rates for partial completion of a bounty is 50%. However, with self-defense being the circumstance, I can offer you 75% of the initial bounty."
Well, I don't agree with that. Now, if you give us the ring to make up for it, then I can see us having a deal.
My lady, I don't think you understand the protocol here. Are you trying to...
I don't care about protocol. This is our life. We serve the people by risking our lives and taking out the trash, literally. We deserve a good...
Okay, let's see your argument. Roll the dice. He nods. He says, I believe I understand. Okay.
I believe her too.
So I yoink the ring.
Okay, so you get... I'll put it in the inventory tab. You guys grab 375 gold. Here, let me disperse the money that's already in there. So you get 375 gold and this is a silver signet ring. It's worth about 50 gold. Okay? Alright, so that should be in your party sheet. Then he turns and he says, very well, very well. And he snaps his fingers, and a guard comes up from behind him, lifts up the corpse of Jork Rumspurt, and he dumps him into the bin. Next, let's see here. Yes, the high wall killer. I see a body here. What evidence do you have that this was indeed the perpetrator?
We have witnesses.
Well, we took him to the city guards, and we got them to help us search his local abode, where they had a piece of cloth that matched a shirt that was left at the murder scene. They believe we had the right man, and his confession to the city guard.
Oh dear. I suppose I might be able to verify
Plus, he
this.
was a school teacher. Worst type of priest.
I see. Well, I suppose that upon confirmation of this evidence with the city police, that I might consider this bounty accomplished and pay in full. Our common procedure is to give half of the bounty here now and deliver the other half to you upon confirmation of the evidence.
I think you can do a little bit better than that. I mean, we are actually leaving your wonderful city very soon. We do not have the time because we have other things that must be done. People's lives are at stake, of course. So we would appreciate full payment right now.
Okay, roll persuasion again. He looks at you and says, I'm afraid I cannot give you all of the gold. I will, however, extend to you the same 75% that I gave to you for your previous bounty.
And where will we pick up the rest?
It will be delivered to you.
And delivered how, if we're not going to be in the city?
Leave a forwarding address here, and it should not be long for my messengers to go confirm with the city police. I assume your domicile, or perhaps an inn that you might be staying at. So,
Yeah.
I guess. Damn it. I don't want... I'm going to turn to the rest of the group. I don't want them to know where we are staying. Am
We
I
can
the
tell
only
them.
one that feels like that?
No, we can tell him we'll pick it up when we come back with the frog person.
very well. I will hold it here for you upon confirmation.
Okay. I don't tell him that. I tell the group.
Yes. Okay. Then he said,
We'll just say that. We're going to pick it up.
Yes, very well, very well. Now, might I interest you in perhaps this new bounty that the king spoke of just recently? We are looking for all hands, all interested to pursue it. As you can see, and he points down the line, you see 4 other desks similar to his own, spaced out about 100 feet apart, where other adjudicators are handling different cases. And there are groups of adventurers and parties all coming to these desks to try to hear what this new bounty, this high priority bounty that the king offered was.
Okay, what is it?
He says, well, you see now, the main army is departing tomorrow, as Lucia Voss, the Minister of the Interior, announced, and any information upon the nature of this scourge would be highly appreciated before they leave. The sooner the better. There have been rumors of
There are frogs.
these
Does
toad
that help?
sightings nearby. We know they are toads of some kind, but we know not of their nature, of their strengths, of their plans. We desire a
So
specimen.
what do I need to...
We desire a specimen.
There's
or
no
two.
creature roll or check I could do to give them information about it?
No.
Because we fought one. Well, we fought a few.
You did fight a few, so you can describe them to him. And after you offer the description, he says, "Yes, we have heard similar descriptions. What we desire is in-depth information. The king has offered 3,000 of his own gold to the party that can bring back a specimen to be studied, and 4,000 if it is alive. More so, the king, being very generous, has agreed to grant a post in his royal guard to the adventurers, should they be willing, should they desire it, a permanent post, and favorable status in his court to those who fulfill this urgent mission."
So, I guess.
I
So
turn
when
to
is
the
the
party
army
and say,
leaving? You want the information before then?
They're leaving on the morrow, within 24 hours from now, approximately.
How
Balanar,
far
what were you
away
saying?
was that?
I turn to the party and say, let's go kill us a froggy.
Yes, I agree. Let's go.
Sounds
Oh.
fantastic.
GM.
Yeah.
How far away was that place
That swamp?
that we fought those frogs?
That was to the south. That was about a day and a half's journey away, because you had to cross the river. You had to go out of your way to cross the river and come back a half day's journey. So that was in the swamplands to the south.
Well, do we know... Okay, then I'm going to turn to the party. Do we even know where some frogs are then? We have to get there, kill one, and bring it back in 24 hours.
I think we can
And
do
we have
that.
to bring it back alive, too. It has to be alive.
We can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, but do we know where to find one within
Yes.
less than 12 hours trap?
Yeah, we do.
Where? Because I have no idea. And I've
Use
been
to
with you
follow
all.
me, Elwin, Ajax, and Balanar's lead. Trust me, you'll find one.
As I said, there have been rumors.
We're fucking.
But if we knew where they were, we would not be asking for parties to go out and find them.
I wasn't asking you. I was asking my party.
Where are these rumors coming from?
We know not. There are many voices speaking. All we know is that for certain, Somerton is under assault, but Somerton is at least 1 day's journey, 1 day's hard journey to the northeast of here. There have been sightings of these creatures even closer. There are many small townships and settlements within a half day's travel of Westveen. To search them all would take much time.
Do you know of a place where we could rent horses?
Yes, I believe so. There are some markets in the service district that would specialize in such things, and there are certainly stables on the outskirts of the city.
Do you, by chance, know how much it would cost to rent I don't know, about 5 horses for us? And
My lady, I do not deal in such the prices of commodities. I deal in justice, and I deal in payment of bounties.
well, you think a man of your intelligence would know such information, since it's an important thing for your work, and the whole idea of adventurers might need that information. And I'm babbling, so I'm gonna shut up.
He says, check on the outskirts. There are several stables out there. Okay?
To the stables!
And he turns to the...
Yeah, let's get some horses,
He
guys.
looks over your shoulder and he calls, next!
I mean, shoot, why don't we just all buy donkeys?
As we're walking away, I turn to Euphemia and remember that stick that you lost the other day? I think it's up his ass. And I start walking away.
he
I lost a stick.
The guy
When did I
ignores you
lose a
completely.
stick? Are you talking about my magic wand? I haven't lost it. It's right here. I'll wave the wand at him.
Okay. So, here you guys are looking at the map of Westveen. The outskirts are everything outside the city walls. So, pick a direction.
Before we go, can we go visit that magic shop that I heard you guys talk about?
That's only opened at late at night, and it's early morning.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So yeah.
Could I see the world map real fast?
Sure.
So the army hasn't left yet.
Correct.
They're waiting for us to come back with a body before they leave.
They're making preparations to leave. It takes a while to gear up and equip a whole army.
So where's the city from where we're at that had the attack?
Northeast.
Northeast.
In the Zigadash, whatever the place is?
No. So you guys are in Hasselin. So, like, we're zooming in on Hasselin right now.
Oh, I'm just being dumb. I'm looking at the wrong area. Okay.
Let me sync this. Okay, so you're in Hasselin, right? This is where Westveen is, right there, where the circle is. It's much smaller than that, because this is a large country. It took you 2 weeks to get from here to here. So, Hasselin is right here, nestled in between the mountains. Somerton is a day's journey to the northeast, so not very far away. Probably up here somewhere, but still a full day's journey.
Okay.
How far is that by horseback?
A day's journey. It's a hard day's journey. So you're in the
By
neighborhood
horseback?
Yeah, you're in a neighborhood of 30 or 40 miles.
I thought you said it was walking a hard day's journey.
No.
How fast do you think horses
Or full
go?
days. They're supposed to be twice as fast. as
Yeah,
the-
but for how long? I mean... Alright, I say we just rent some horses, donkeys, whatever, that makes it faster, and then we
Well, that's
head
what I'm trying to
towards...
figure out. Is it gonna help us to rent horses,
Yeah, it
Mr.
will.
GM?
Yeah, we're like pretty rich, so...
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, definitely help.
Well, I don't want to spend money on horses if they're not gonna help us any at all.
Oh, I kind of want a horse.
If it's gonna
Anybody
take us
else
a
want
day journey by horse or not by horse, then why
I
do
want
we
a
need
horse.
All right.
Balanar wants a horse.
We all want horses. We'll find a horse regardless of what you want, Euphemia. And I think we are too.
Okay, you guys head out to the outskirts.
I'm never gonna help you guys with money.
It doesn't take long for you guys to you ask a couple questions and you make your way to a stable. Along with the bounty that you were given, you guys were given a writ of passage through the gates. So you're able to bypass any lines or inspections or anything like that just by showing your writ. It takes you a little while to find the not terribly long. You know, we're talking in the neighborhood of half an hour to find a good stable. And you come across a number of riding animals that might be of interest to you. A draft horse, which is really used for towing or plowing or something like that, costs 50 gold to purchase. A riding horse, which moves faster, it's more nimble, but cannot really haul as much weight, is 75 gold. And that's what they have. I mean, there's a pony for 30 gold.
Do they have... What's their finest donkey?
Their donkeys are 8 gold.
Their finest donkey.
10 gold.
All right. I think they go the same speed, so I'll take that.
I'm gonna get a riding horse, but I want a white one.
A white riding horse? Okay.
I'll take a riding horse as well. I don't care what color.
Okay, riding horses travel 60 feet, donkeys travel 40 feet. So...
Okay, fine. I will take a gosh damn horse.
Yeah. And while you're talking to the stableman, you notice off in the back is a large, muscled, powerful horse. Its hair is streaked black with partials of white across it.
How much is that one? I ask him.
That's a war horse. 400 gold.
What?
Because we need something to bring the frog thing on when you bring it back.
Oh, I'm gonna get a wagon.
The war horse is as strong, can carry the same weight as a draft horse, but it's as fast as a riding horse. And more so, war horses have stats, so they can technically fight in combat. They're trained to be combat mounts, basically.
I'm a
That's the only
sorcerer,
one he
so I'll
has?
just take a riding horse then.
All right. What'd you say, Balanar?
How many war horses are there? Just one?
Yes.
You're mean, GM.
Well, you'd have to go to a place that breeds war horses. Probably in the palace area or the royal guard.
Just get regular riding horses for now, guys.
All right, I'm gonna buy myself a regular horse. I'm gonna ask him if I can buy one of his wagons.
Okay.
That he has.
All right.
Is that gonna reduce our speed?
I will also buy a donkey then for the increased horsepower and torque. There, now it'll be the same speed, right?
Yeah, we'll say you guys can move along. I mean, you're not going to be sprinting to this place. You're just going to be moving at a good trot. So there's carriages, carts, and wagons. Carriages are large, carts are small, wagons are in the middle.
I think he wants a little red wagon with rider on the side.
Nah. All right, so
No one's gonna get that reference either.
No,
No,
I'm
we
too
got it, we
young.
got it. Okay.
So I'm
So-
gonna take 110 out of my things. Wagons are 35 gold.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. All right. So do you guys deduct your gold from your inventories, and you guys all now have riding
75?
horses. 75 gold for horses. Yeah. Okay. You guys want to start riding?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Now, just a quick question. I know we're not gonna do this right now. To buy a bolt. Shoot, I'm gonna call them wrong. The gigantic crossbows you stick on stuff, ballistics or whatever
Ballista.
you call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, ballista. Can you put one of those in a cart? Like somehow mount it?
That would take some engineering. It'd be a little bit of custom work to do so, but feasible.
Because I want to make a war chariot for Ashok. We would just win.
That might be pretty awesome. Okay. So where are you guys heading?
Northeast.
Okay, you start heading in that direction.
As we're heading that direction, I'm kind of looking around to see if maybe I see signs of any frog people on our way there.
Okay. Do you have survival skills as a barbarian? Surely you do, right? Yeah.
Why, yes, I do.
Okay. So probably the ones proficient in survival and the outdoors, so that's Ashok and Balanar, would be trying to track and looking for signs of these of odd creatures or of evidence that something was amiss. Right? Holy crap.
Told you I was saving those 20s for when it was important.
Jeez. Okay. All right. We can cut to the chase then. Um, Balanar, with your aspect, your totem of the wolf, you tap into your attunement with your animal nature and your spirit animal. And just because of how things are falling right now, your connection is strong at this moment, and you're able to reach out and understand the collective, and tap into the collective understanding of animal life in the area, just for a little bit. And you're sensing distress, you're sensing trauma, you're sensing fire to the north.
I let the rest of the party know that I'm sensing that there's something bad happening to the north. There could be a fire there.
Sounds good. Let's
I'm
get
not a
it.
firefighter.
Let's go.
Okay, you guys, the main road, the capital road, extends through through Westfane, and it heads northeast to Somerton. Somerton is the largest settlement in the northern part of Hasselin. But there are numerous other roads, less traveled dirt roads and cart roads, that kind of stuff, that branch off to the numerous settlements and establishments that kind of spider out from Westfane to various smaller places. Balanar, with your insight right now and your survival roll, you're able to determine the best way to head towards this area that you are that you have sensed is in trouble. Okay, so let me move some things around real quick, and let me see here. Ashok, I think there are stats for horses. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, so I have stats for a riding horse, a draft horse, and a war horse. I can actually drop that on you. Did you get that? Ashok, did that pop up on your screen? Ashok? No, I can't hear you. Oh, your mic is off. Your mic is deactivated in TeamSpeak.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay. But yeah, if anyone wants to see a riding horse, it's right there. Alright. A little bit of time goes by. You guys travel for a good 3 or 4 hours, pulling your with your horses and dragging this wagon behind you. You're definitely making much faster time than you could have walking. As you gather, this would have been a full half-day journey on foot, but you're able to make the distance in just about 4 hours. As you get near Balanar, you hear the first thing that you notice is you hear sounds of animal life, horses actually, ahead of you. You guys see a clearing ahead of you, where a couple small wood structures are set up, and you do see a little bit of fire, evidence of fire and smoke drifting up into the sky. But whereas you initially thought it was like a large fire and that fire was a danger, this is really just a campfire. As you guys get nearer, this is what you see.
Do I see any any footprints or anything around?
Roll a survival check.
Which way are we coming in from?
The south. All right. So you guys are coming in as you're entering into town on your horses. I don't have horses for you on the map.
Is this a town?
It's really more like a little settlement or a little logging village or something like that. You guys can arrange yourselves in whatever order you would have been in.
I guess Balanar and Ashok would be in the front since they're the two hunters basically.
Okay, you guys are easing your way into town, riding your horses, and you see these other animals. There's a number of riding horses and draft horses in the area, and some are drinking from a trough. Others are just standing there shocked, in shock, and you see tracks of where a number of them had run off. You gather that this was actually a horse raising community. You see some broken kennels or corrals.
There war horse anywhere?
You're not seeing anything right now. Actually, here, roll me a perception check.
Hear him.
I'll guide him. Never mind.
No, 0
I saw a
horses.
squirrel.
0 war horses. Yeah, 0
Are there any
horses.
people?
You see no people from where you are. Deimos, you're the one to see it first. Off to the right, the doorway of this building right here. You happen to just be glancing over in that area, and you see a shadow, as if there's a fire inside or like some kind of candlelight inside. You see just a hint of shadow movement on the ground outside the doorway, as if something inside was moving.
All right. I get on guard, but I put my hand onto Ajax because he's right next to me, and I point in the direction of that door, and I say there's some movement and some shadows over there.
Okay.
Let's go investigate.
All right. So move
Okey
yourselves
dokers.
where you want to go.
I ridiculously stealthily. No, never mind then.
Anyone home?
Micro USB cable. There's like millions of those in the world.
I know, and I have millions of them. But the casing around the actual USB part needs to be really narrow.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. I always have a bunch of them, but I always forget them. I didn't have mine for like that whole Indy 500 thing, so I had like no phone for like 3 days.
Okay.
From where I'm at, I ready a javelin just in case something not so good comes running out the door.
Euphemia, you go walking straight up to that door, and the first thing that hits you is a smell. You recognize the smell of death. And as you near the doorway, what greets you is the image of a familiar monstrosity, something that you've seen before. As he comes lumbering out.
I pull up my sword and I slash at him.
Yeah, sure. Lumbering out of the doorway. Everybody roll initiative.
You never take me serious.
There's no way you'd be able to get that off on him. As you walk up to the doorway and he's...
Yeah.
As long as I say it before you do.
I think if you're
Ah.
going to do that, like in Pathfinder Society, you have to actually say, I'm going to run in the door and swing at the first thing I see. That's how you get like
There,
a free
natural
attack.
20. I get a swing. Come on.
So that just means, I guess, like if it was a person, you'd still hit the person.
Okay.
Okay.
Initiative as you see this hulking red slod standing in the doorway, blood dripping from his fingernails. Okay, and Euphemia, you are indeed first.
I'm still riding my horse, right?
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, are the rest of you still on your horses?
Heck no.
No, I got off of my horse.
Okay. Alright, Euphemia, yes you are.
So does that mean that my horse can disengage and I can move 60 feet away?
You can use that movement to do so, yes.
So I will attack it with my sword twice.
Okay. That first roll is a hit. Okay. You connect once, almost startles. So you swing, you lash out once, you connect solidly, draw some red slot blood. The second attack, he's able to just duck under. You see him kind of eyes locked on you. He starts rearing up, and you can tell he's starting to move towards you.
And right over here.
Okay. You yank on the reins of your horse and get dash away before he can swipe at you.
Oh, and then I'm done.
Okay, end your turn. Balanar, you see the flash of movement. What do you do?
He's still inside the house.
He is for now.
I'm gonna stand where I'm at, but I'm gonna ready a javelin. So as soon as I see him come out, I'm gonna throw the javelin at him.
Okay.
Just a regular javelin, not the javelin of lightning.
Okay. So you're ready in action. All right.
Yep.
End your turn, please. Ashok, your turn.
Is he in view?
Of you? No. Actually, you from where you are, since you're standing a little bit further back than Balanar, he would have 3/4 cover against you. So you can basically see like an arm and a leg.
But I got like a whole lot of movement speed, right?
Yeah. Are you on your horse still?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm gonna shoot off of it.
All right. So from there you can see it.
Where is this? The hawk's eye. I'm gonna whisper into the arrow and my thing.
Okay. Holy crap.
Oh, wait. Did I get advantage on those attacks?
No.
No, I didn't. I would need the writing paper.
I haven't rolled a crit in like forever. So do I roll the damage twice, or do I roll?
So click on the Hawk's Eye button on your action tab. The damage effect. Yeah. Now, are you gonna do anything else before you launch the arrow?
Oh, you mean I could probably do Hunter's Mark?
I would, but
Yeah, let's do that.
okay. All right. So he is marked.
He's not wounded, is he?
No. That costs a spell slot, so don't forget that.
Yeah, he's wounded.
Euphamia hit him.
Oh,
If
he
he's
is wounded.
wounded.
He is wounded.
I get Class of Slayer by default.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez. All right, roll it.
Non-lethal damage.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, we need him alive.
What?
Oh shit.
Did it roll the crit for me?
Yeah, it did. That's correct. Yeah. All right, you get a second attack. You roll out. You charge across, and you have your eyes beaded on him. You were prepared once Deimos called out the existence of the shadow, and you whisper into your oath bow, and as you do so, you see it flash brilliant, like white light as you release the arrow. The arrow is imbued with this unnatural magic energy, and it strikes the slot straight in the middle of the head. He screams out in pain. No actual audible sound, but what you guys hear in your minds is the screaming agony as he telepathically relays his emotions to you. And then you, of course, roll a natural 1 on your next shot.
Oh, enter.
Remember, guys, they want him alive.
Deimos, your turn.
Alright. I am going to...
Go wrestle that thing.
I don't know, there might be more in there.
Well, if we
I'm
can
gonna
just wrestle
shield of
that
faith
one down
myself.
and drag it away when we get out of here.
get in front just in case he comes out. Then I'll wrestle him.
Okay.
And that's me.
Alright. As you guys are doing that, from the side of this wooden structure comes bursting out another of these hulking red creatures. He just comes like ramming through and splintering the wooden walls. He comes down and he attacks the first thing he sees, which is you, Balanar. He comes down with his... Let's see here. He tries to bite you. He misses. He swings at you once with both claws and misses both times. What crap rolls is that? Alright, Elwin, your turn. Balanar, you're able to just slip away from his attacks.
Oh, he's so screwed.
Okay, I'm gonna use one sorcery point for twin spell.
Okay. That's a
Here's the
hit.
damage on that one.
Okay. The fire licks out, but as it does, you can tell that it doesn't have
Yeah.
quite the impact that you had desired.
Okay, well now I know.
Both of these creatures, they're hit by the flames and it affects them, but they almost shrug it off.
My turn.
Alright, this one in the doorways comes charging out. And Balanar, you have a ready to action here. Oh, you miss him with the javelin as he goes charging out and tries to lay into Deimos. Bite and 2 swings with his claws. And I cannot roll for shit, but there we go. There's 1 hit. Deimos, make a
think
Constitution saving throw.
That 21's a miss. I have the +2. I guess I didn't add it in for the shield.
Oh, okay.
So I should be at 23
Here.
AC.
There should be a button for the Shield of Faith.
Yeah, I must have. I don't know. What did I click?
Let me see here. You clicked it.
Did you target
Oh,
yourself?
you got to here. Let me change
Oh,
that.
sorry. I
You gotta
kind of
target
forgot to do
yourself.
that.
Okay, so that would be a miss. Alright, so both of those missed. All those attacks missed. He comes swinging at you, but this glowing golden divine energy seems to radiate from you and deflect his claws as they come close to touching your skin. Bursting out of that same doorway comes another slod. He charges down and circles around and again tries to attack you, Balanar. That was a crit, so he manages to sink his teeth into your shoulder. At the same time, tries to hit you with his claws. Only one of them hits. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, you succeed. Back at the top, Euphemia. You see these 3 red hulking toad-like beasts. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna charge up here and attack with Alistair's blade. Now I forgot how to do this. Fuck.
Okay, that's a hit. Do the last one that does damage to your sword.
Okay.
That was a sword hit. So just manually roll a d8 first.
Wait, don't I do this? Wait, what?
Just manually roll a d8 to add the damage, and I'll add the damage to him.
I thought I hit one of these buttons. Or don't I hit the
You did it out of order.
You told me to hit the last one.
Was that the last one? Yeah, that was the wrong one. Sorry. The effects should be.
Oh, I
pushed.
haven't done the physical one. Wait, what? No, that was the right one. That was my 1d10 plus 5 slashing.
Yeah.
That's my sword attack.
Yeah. You're supposed to add the damage, the 1d8 psychic damage to yourself first, then the slashing. Sorry, I misspoke. It's okay, just roll the d8. I'll add the psychic damage to him. Okay, 5 more psychic damage. And then you target the other one. And click that last button. There you go. So you reach out with your blade cantrip, and the psychic energy reaches out and touches both of them.
And then my horse disengages and I run.
Okay.
I go.
Yep.
Oh.
Balanar, your turn. You're surrounded by these 2 huge beasts.
I look at the one that hit me, and I let out a huge roar and go into a rage.
Okay.
I swing at it with my vicious longsword.
Go ahead and make sure you activate the ability first. Click on the rage effect. There you go. Alright, that's a hit. Yeah, you bring your black longsword down, or greatsword down, and cut deeply into him. Second attack hits. That one connects as well. Alright, anything else? Ashok, your turn.
Okay. Shoot him again. He's my sworn enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Lost a Slayer. Is he still Hunter's
forget
Mark, or do we
non-
need
He is Hunter's Marked.
it? I think we should non-lethal the last one standing.
If worse comes to worse, I
Just
can always
don't
heal
take
ward
chances.
somebody. So yeah, just kill them all.
And then
No,
do I
you
click
guys
the
don't.
Hunter's Mark button again, or no?
Yes. And you gotta click on your oath bow. That's a hit. Alright, that connects.
Yeah, that seems right.
That second one is a hit as well. Alright, so you don't get Hunter's Mark on that one. But that's
Oh,
okay.
you only get it once per turn, right?
Once per turn. But that's okay because you didn't roll your oath bow damage both times.
Oh,
Yeah, so he would have died anyway. So, while Deimos is standing in front, glowing this radiant golden energy, from behind Deimos, just right off his right shoulder, you unleash twice 2 quick arrows in this already gravely wounded Slod, and he falls to the ground like a quivering red heap. Okay,
Lost a Slayer is only once per turn, too.
it's the only one that's once per turn. I think Oath Bow is once per shot, right?
No, it's every time you shoot.
Every time you hit, your sworn enemy takes an extra with 3d6 piercing damage. Yeah. Colossus Slayer is the only one that's once per turn.
Oh, Hunter's Mark is always, I think.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, end your turn. Deimos, that red monster has collapsed in front of you. What do you do now?
Alright. Well, I know I don't have to do anything because I know Ajax can shoot anything to death. I'm gonna sprint over here, and I'm gonna super finger poke Balanar with my magical fingers of healingness.
Okay. You cast Cure Wounds on him. Very good.
Did I actually target him?
No, here, let me get that off.
Ah. Alright, sorry about that.
You're good?
And then I'm going to then use my my War Priest to turn my bonus into action, and I'm going to tackle Mr. 3.
Alright. So roll the grapple check. to roll. He fails. He is now grappled.
That's me.
Okay. Being grappled, he's not very happy. He's just gonna try to... You basically have your arm wrapped around his torso and you're holding him in place. He's going to make you the focus of his attention. He tries to clamp down on you with his teeth. That's a 24 that hits. And he swings at you with his claws. Both of those miss. Elwin.
Okay, I'm gonna move here so I can get a clear shot at number 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points to quicken spell.
Alright.
Then I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb as a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
I don't think they're resistant to this.
What color, what type of damage are you choosing?
Poison.
Alright. You gotta make the attack.
Oh, that's sorry. Oh, the quicken spell was for True Strike. That makes it a bonus action. Yeah, I got all messed up.
Alright, so you quicken True Strike
Yeah,
to give yourself
and then advantage
advantage.
on the attack.
Alright, so roll the
I
attack
skipped
now
that.
advantage. That hits, alright, and
There
then
we
you
go.
already roll the damage, so that's 15.
And that's my turn. Sorry.
Okay. And it's just one character, one creature. Very good. Alright. This guy, they're both looking at you now, Deimos. Miss 21, that's a miss. Jeez, you and your crazy ass armor. Euphemia, your turn.
I think I need to start rolling a War Priest.
Yeah, he's got plate and a shield, and he casts Shield of Faith on himself. He's got 23 armor.
Not as good DPS though, in the least.
Okay, I'm gonna ride it back over here and hit him with Illustrated Blade again.
Okay. That's a hit. So now click the effects first. There you go. Perfect.
And the second attack is gonna be here.
There you go. Alright.
And my horse disengages again, and I move 30 feet away.
How's your horse disengaging if it already moved, or is it just 30 feet?
It's 30 both ways. The horse
Horses
is-
have 60 feet movement, and they have their own action where they can disengage and do 2 other things, which I can't remember.
Oh, damn.
disengage, dash, and dodge.
We should all just have horses.
Yeah, so I can move actually 120 feet if I have it dash. So
As long as you're mounted.
Yep.
Okay. End your turn. Balanar,
oh
what do you
yeah
do?
yeah
I am gonna swing at the one that's not grappled.
Okay, which
With
is number
my,
2.
Actually, I think you have that reversed on the effects.
Do I? Did I put it on the one? Yeah, I put the grapple on the wrong one. Alright, here. Number 2 is grappled. Number 3 is grappled, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna roar at number 2 again. Since I'm raged, I'm gonna take a swing at it with the greatsword.
Okay. That's a hit. Very
And since
good.
since I'm still pissed at it, I'm gonna take another swing at it with the greatsword.
Yeah, you're connecting. Yeah, you guys are just hacking into these things. These things are large. They're pretty resilient creatures. But you guys are definitely dishing out the pain. Ashok.
Okay, I'll do the only thing I know how to do. Okay. Let's do
a hit. So it's a bonus
That-
action to move your hunter's mark.
Yep.
There you go. Now the Oathbow can only declare one enemy per day.
Oh, per day? Okay.
Yeah,
So let me take that off.
I did it. Sorry, I took
Okay.
it off. Okay, that's a hit. An arrow flies out and strikes this monster that Deimos is holding in place.
You do know that you can switch bows, right?
That bow
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd get 1 extra damage. I should have done that.
Yeah, so it doesn't really take much to switch bows, but you really should.
Because I think it's a free action in this game.
You'd have to drop
Yep.
the Oathbow to the ground, and let's see.
Why does he have to drop it?
Because you can't stow a weapon and draw a weapon on the same turn.
Can you like use a bonus action to stow?
Not technically according to the rules, but besides he already used his bonus action. It takes if you have one item interaction.
Oh, wait, take off that Colossus Slayer.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
All right. If you want to interact with a second object, it uses your action. That's what the rules say.
Oh, I can switch bows?
You'd have to drop your Oathbow to the ground, because that doesn't take any movement. And you can draw
Or you can use an
your
action.
normal bow.
To put your bow away.
You're gonna just put it away?
That would
Not drop it?
That would use your action to put it away.
Oh.
And draw another one. You only have one free item interaction per turn. So like right now, you could use your free item interaction to put the bow away, and you wouldn't have a bow until your next turn.
Right, I'll do that, and then my next turn I can just use a free action to draw that other one.
Exactly. It's just a nuance of the rules. Okay, Deimos, your turn.
Oh.
All right. I am going. Now, I just kind of read a Tavern Brawler thing.
Yeah.
If I punch him, and then I can use my bonus action to further grapple him, right?
Yes, to restrain him.
Yeah, I'll go do that so I don't have to burn another War Priest thing.
Yeah, good for you. You're
Actually-
reading your abilities. All right, that hits. All right, you bust him in the face.
Then I'm gonna grapple him again to the ground. Maybe.
13. He resists your attempt to shove him to the ground. All right. This slot here is going to take a couple swings at you, Balanar. He bites you, and he claws at you twice. And you're definitely not taking the damage that you normally would. Make a Constitution saving throw that you pass. Elwin, your turn.
If I hit him with a melee spell attack,
Mhm.
can I choose to knock him out, or is it just have
Yes.
to be a weapon
It has
attack?
to be any kind of melee attack.
So I'll step up to this dude right here.
All right. You hit.
I always forget to activate Totem of the Wolf.
And I decide to knock him out.
Okay. That the slot that you're holding, Deimos, is unconscious.
That's my turn.
He's unconscious. Euphemia, what do you want to do?
Right up here. And I'll swing at him regularly with my sword.
Okay. You hit.
Why did I have advantage?
Because
Totem of the
Balanar
Wolf.
gave you advantage.
Oh, okay. And 5. Disengage. Move back here.
Okay. So end your turn.
I did.
Balanar, your turn.
I roar at him one more time and take 2 swings with my greatsword.
You guys are just laying into these. Alright, that's 2 hits. Yeah, there's like meat. They're just soaking up the damage. Okay. Ashok, your turn.
Okay.
Maybe we should bring him 2 specimens.
Yeah.
Sure.
You sure you don't want me to kill it?
I mean, they did want
Yeah,
one.
let's do 2.
They wanted one alive and one dead, so we could bring
I can.
one
If you
alive
give
and a
us 2,
corpse.
I can negotiate them an extra more money.
Okay.
Wait, you want more money, don't you?
Yes.
Sure, I'll try it. I will run up to it. And
The other one.
Yeah, number 2.
number 2.
Yes.
Smack it with the butt of my sword, maybe?
Okay.
Or the flat end of your sword.
Yeah. I don't. Let's. What would that use? A strength
Yep.
modifier?
Just roll an attack with your scimitar.
Oh.
That hits.
I don't know why it rolled 2.
You have advantage because of
Oh.
Balanar's ability.
And then non-lethal is a D what?
Just roll damage.
Just
Just roll the damage. You just designate that it's non-lethal. Okay. So you come up behind it and using the blunt end of your scimitar, crack the beast on the back of the head, and both of these guys are unconscious on the ground right now. Okay.
You guys got rope? Make sure you tie those guys up a lot and tie their mouths shut too.
I will
Yep.
pierce their mouth shut with an arrow.
No, don't mess them up. Just make sure they're tied shut.
Okay.
Here, I'll take out my 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
Yeah, we all have rope.
All right. So you guys start wrapping them up.
Well, don't spare the rope. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
just gonna wrap 'em up.
I used my
just
rope to tie up Slod 2's mouth.
I'm gonna load the dead one into my cart.
Okay.
They're
so you
both
guys-
alive.
Yeah, they're both alive.
I'm gonna start searching the rest of the camp, see what we can find.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to perception the camp, see what I can find.
That's what I just said.
I know. I'm gonna do what you do.
Euphemia, where are you looking?
Copycat. I'm gonna go over here, look at the whatever you call these things.
Okay. You go over there, and around the campfire, those lumps on the ground you notice as you get closer are actually bodies that were lying down in those blankets. As you get closer, you notice something very odd about the bodies. They are...
Okay, I'm gonna attack one.
Alright, so you take a swing at it and you cut its arm off or something like that. But
No,
you
the
know-
head.
You cut the head off. Okay. But you look at the bodies, they're dead. They're not moving at all. But what you notice is
Some
that
dead move.
their chests have a gaping hole in them. All of them do. Have a gaping hole in them. Roll me an investigation check.
It's the aliens. They're here.
Someone call Ripley.
Okay. It's very obvious to you that the gaping hole was created from the inside. All right.
Might as well pack a couple of
And
those
that
bodies up.
means what?
Ashok, roll me a perception check. You can't tell.
Balanar's gonna check the inside
No
of the
one
house.
eats anything
Do I
in
see-
this place.
Do I see any like bloody footprints or something that let's see where the thing that crawled out of them went?
You had to roll me survival. You do. You're looking specifically now that Euphemia has pointed out these bloody tracks. You see weird imprints in the ground leading north, this way, in Ashok's direction.
Do I find any treasure or anything like that?
On these bodies, now, what you do is you find that these are, they're simple folk. They're ranch hands. They are kind of salt of the earth kind of people. There's not much wealth in the area.
I point out the prints to Ashok and ask him if he can help me find whatever made him.
Okay. Alright, hold on, Euphemia, you're still here. Balanar, you're looking around, you find 5 dead bodies inside the house. These look like just normal dead bodies that were cut down by the claws of these slod. They look mutilated, they look like they've been slashed apart, but there's no evidence of them, these gaping holes in their chests that the other bodies outside had.
Do I find anything worth keeping in the house?
You look around and you see. You come up with 11 pieces of silver.
No ale? No wine?
Roll me a d20. You do. You find a flask of moonshine.
I take the
A
moonshine.
jug of moonshine. Okay, Ashok, from where you are, as Elwin has come up to you and point out these tracks, you start noticing now the tracks, and they start going up further in this direction, and they start to disperse. And it's at that point that you notice rustling in these bushes here, that bush there, and this bush here, and emerging from this bush. Let me see. Do I actually have this picture? 1 second, guys. I don't know where I did with that picture. Emerging from this bush are 3 small blue frog-like creatures.
I guess that makes sense.
Okay, they look like frogs. They're on their hind legs. And they hop around just like frogs do.
We should take these 2.
They're about the size of
Look out, they're gonna attack you.
a dog. About the size of like a healthy sized dog. Okay, we are back at initiative. For the sake of speed, I'm gonna re-roll everyone's initiative. And Balanar, from inside there, you get first action.
You should just do that all the time. It's a lot faster.
Sometimes people want to roll their own initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, are you dashing out there? Balanar?
Yeah, I moved out here with my regular movement, and then I'm going to dash another 40, which puts me right here.
1 second here, let me measure that.
I was 45 away from him, so I should be 5 feet away from him.
Actually, you're correct, yeah. That's a lot of movement. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. End your turn, please. Euphemia.
I'm going to do something. I don't know.
quick. What do you do?
Guess I'll cast Shatter.
Okay.
I'm just not sure how far away. Okay, 60 feet.
Yeah, you're within.
So I'm that bit closer. And
10-foot
how
sphere.
big is it again?
You can't get all three in a 10-foot sphere.
Oh, got it.
That's okay. We don't want to kill them. All of them, at least.
You could get the two on the left if you wanted to. Or two of them.
Yeah, I'll cast it right there.
Okay. So target them, and then do that, there you go. Then roll the save. Alright, now roll damage. There's a burst of thunderous energy. As you guys can see the ripples of force explode out. It flattens a lot of the bushes. You see leaves flying everywhere, and the resounding boom shakes this field that you're in. Those two adolescent frog-like creatures, they shudder and break underneath the impact.
I'm gonna give Balanar Bardic Inspiration too.
Okay. So Balanar, you now have a D8 inspiration die.
And then I'll move over that way.
Alright.
And I always forget to end my turn.
Okay. Balanar, this let's see, this frog on the left. He lets out a psychic cry. You hear, you guys all hear a little bit of a screech in your minds. It permeates the area. And Deimos, you can even feel it a little bit as well. And as he does that, you guys see a large, hulking beast emerge from the water next to the slot.
Great.
As a much older, larger blue slot emerges from the lake. At that point, the adolescent charges in. He leaps up to you, Ashok, and he tries to bite you, attacking with his teeth and his claws. The blue slide comes lumbering forward, headed in the direction of where you guys are. And that's all of his movement. The slot, adolescent number 3, comes bounding in as well to where Ashok is, attacking with both tooth and claw, missing both. Elwin, you're seeing these toad-like monstrosities starting to converge on your friend.
A 40-foot cube. Would I be able to get all of them?
In a 40-foot cube?
Yeah.
Really, a 40-foot cube is 20 feet because of the way cubes are measured. So something like that. And you're trying to avoid getting Ashok?
No. I can choose who is affected.
Okay, so yeah, you can grab all those.
Okay, awesome. Alright, I'm gonna cast slow.
Alright. Now hold on one second. These all get... What's the DC?
15.
15 DC. So... Fail on that first attempt. 1 second here. Two of the blue slot of the adolescent toads, the ones right around Ashok, they succeed the throw.
Okay.
So apply it only to adolescent 2 and the big one.
Okay.
They have advantage against magic effects.
Oh, I see. As long as the big one's slow.
Yep.
Hey, how did the ones near Ashok regain health?
I think that's what they do every turn.
Yeah, they do actually. They heal 10 damage on the beginning of the turns.
Oh, okay.
And back away.
Okay,
That's my turn.
Deimos. You're across the clearing, and you see these beasts starting to emerge from the lake.
All right. Well, I'm assuming these two guys that I was wailing on the whole time while they were searching, they're out for the count.
Yeah, they're completely unconscious.
All right. I'm gonna start running that direction, and then
Are they fully tied up?
Yeah.
yeah, they're fully tied up. And then while you guys were searching, I've been whacking them in the face. And then I'm just gonna kind of full out sprint.
Okay.
Oh, how far can I go? Before I put
Double your
myself.
movement. Double your movement speed.
He's gonna be fast.
So 60 feet total. Would put you
Oh.
around there if you wanted to get there.
I'll do it.
Okay.
And that's gonna be me.
Excellent. Ashok.
Okay. Oh boy. I think a scimitar on this closer one.
Okay.
And I should have 2 scimitars. I thought I only had.
You sold them, didn't you?
Well, I had 2.
I might have accidentally deleted it when I restored your character.
I think you did, because I had on the actions bar I had silver scimitar X2 like that.
Well, you only had one silver scimitar.
Oh, I had one was non-silver.
Yeah, I'll put a normal one in your inventory again. There you go. Okay, what are you doing?
Is it wounded?
Which one?
Blood 1. Let me look here.
They are not. Neither of them are wounded.
Okay.
You swing at it, you miss.
Offhand.
That's a hit.
And I think it's just the 1d6 for offhand,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So I can't see it. There it is.
Take 6
sweet.
damage. Alright.
And turn.
Alright, you have one more attack with your main attack.
Well, the first one missed. Oh, you mean I can?
Yeah, your offhand is a bonus action
Okay.
when you're dual wielding like that. That's a hit, so now you can add Colossus Slayer. There you go. Alright, so you pull out your 2 scimitars, you draw them, and you cut down at this blue dog-like toad in front of you. Balanar, this one is in your face, all up in your grill. Oops, 17. I think that hits you, right?
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. Sinks his froggy teeth into you, and with his claws as well.
It can only take 1 attack.
Yeah, you're right. You're correct. Good for you, Balanar. Okay. As you guys are talking, alright, as that's all that's happening, another of these blue beasts comes emerging from the lake and rushes forward. Hulking. It's like as it runs forward, it moves forward on all fours, and its fists pound the ground, and it's this loud, audible thump as it barrels forward. Balanar, it's your turn.
I roar in the face of the little adolescent one and rage out.
All right.
I'll take 2 swings with my Vicious Greatsword.
Okay, don't forget to apply rage to yourself.
I did.
It's not on you on the combat tracker. There you go. Alright, 2 hits. Swinging twice, you cut deeply into its flesh.
And that's my turn.
Euphemia.
Okay, I'm gonna right up here and take a swing at this one with my Illustrator's Blade.
Okay.
Okay, did that work?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, well that one's gonna get the
There you go.
then I'm gonna ride back.
Okay.
And I will give the foolish ranger guy that shouldn't be in melee distance a bardic inspiration saying, move your ass, or I'm gonna get.
As you're shouting at Ashok, the adolescent in his face is trying to chomp onto him and bite him. Both of them missing. This boost slide back here, who is slowed, lumbers forward at. Gets half his movement speed, right? Slow effect.
Yeah, it's half.
Okay, so he only gets 15 feet of movement. One, two, three. It's enough to get into range of Ashok. He can reach out to you, Ashok, with his claws, and he misses. Adolescent 3 is going to look at Ashok tanking all this damage. There we go. Okay, Elwin, your turn.
I'm gonna try to hit the 3 that are not slowed with my last slow.
Okay, so go ahead and target them. And roll the saves, the wisdom saves.
Did I roll it with disadvantage or?
Actually, if you click advantage, try that. Try clicking advantage and hitting the button. That didn't work. All right, so on the on the first roll, all of them fail. Let me roll one more time for each. Fail, fail, and the big one.
Fail.
Succeeds.
Damn.
Okay, so 2 little ones are now slowed as well.
Right.
Okay, so where were you casting that? Just on those 3, or were you hitting all of them?
The other ones are already slowed, right?
Well, it's a concentration spell,
Oh, that's right.
so you should probably cast it on all of them, which we will let you do.
Okay.
So let me save.
You
for
want to
number
roll for
2.
the other ones?
Here, let me do that real quick. Number 2 saves, and the big one, number 2, also saves. Okay, so only the 2 little ones that are on Ashok now are slowed.
Yeah, that was
The
my
other three
bad.
The other 3 are no longer slowed. Deimos, your turn.
All right. So how big and beefy do these guys look?
They're quite large. Definitely a size larger than the Reds were.
All right. I'm gonna wrestle him.
Okay, let me see if you can do this.
Oh wait. How do I want to do this? I'm gonna first. I'm gonna drop my Shield of Faith. And then with my action, I'm gonna cast do the enhance ability, and then I'll use my bonus action. Turn it into a regular action with the War Priest thing to grapple.
Okay. They're only large creatures, so you can indeed. They're taller and wider than the red ones were, but they still count just as large creatures, so you can grapple it. Okay, roll the shit. A 26 to your strength check. He rolls a 14. Okay, he is grappled. You have wrapped up blue slot number 2. Ashok. The 2 in front of you are slowed now.
What's that exactly mean?
They can't take reactions.
Yeah, you can run away right now. They won't be able to swing at you.
Oh, nice.
Wouldn't the big blue one be able to?
Yes.
Yeah, just take it. You're
Still doing
better
it.
at shooting.
Okay. As you
You would use an action to disengage.
Because I still want to attack.
as you're running away, he takes a swipe at you and misses.
Okay. I'll try to kill the ads first. Okay.
Should take down number 1 first.
1. Yeah, that's what I'm shooting at.
Okay.
Pull out my longbow +1.
All right.
And I think I'll do.
That's a hit.
And I will do Hunter's Mark. Oh no, I can't, can I? Because I moved.
Oh, you can. It's just a bonus
Okay.
action.
Okay. And Colossus Slayer.
Yep. You splatter him. You splatter the frog into blue goop.
And I'm going to shoot number 2.
Okay.
Transfer my Hunter's Mark.
You can't transfer it. It's a bonus
Died.
action to transfer it.
Oh. Still a hit.
Yeah. So just roll damage. That kills that one.
Why did it get advantage? Because it's
Totem of the Wolf.
Okay.
Anything within 5 feet of me, you have advantage.
Okay. You back up and fire off 2 quick bolts, 2 quick arrows, and splatter those frogs. Alright. This large blue one is going to charge up to you, Balanar, as the closest creature to it. And comes down with his teeth and claws swinging at you.
You still have a bardic inspiration, I believe.
Both his first bite and claw attack hit, but his last one misses. It is your turn.
Gonna roar at him for attacking me and take 2 swings with my vicious greatsword.
Okay. They connect. Both of them do. Yeah, you cut 2 big gaping wounds into his heavily muscled, thickly constituted torso. Euphemia.
Okay, I'm gonna right up here. Actually, no, I'm gonna right up here. And I will cast.
Are you casting?
Level 3 healing.
Okay, cure wounds level 3 on him. With you have a bonus action.
Balanar still has the bardic inspiration, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I can't use that on damage or anything like that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
She's a College of Valor bard.
Did
You
not
can
know
use
that.
it on weapon damage, AC, ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. There's
Okay.
nothing you can't use my bardic inspiration. Then I'm going to move back here.
Okay. These lumbering.
Wasted my turn healing.
This beast, Deimos, is just like breathing this heavy stench into your face, and you can hear this presence in your mind. Die! As he tries to connect with you with an attack. He cannot. This adolescent slot is going to move in your direction and try to do the same thing. That hits. Elwin, your turn.
What does the blind condition do again?
It gives them disadvantage on attacks and advantage on any attacks against them.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out the crystal that I have hanging from my neck
Okay.
and add Slad 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna send a beam of light to blind him. DC 15 Constitution.
All right. He barely makes it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna spend sorcery points to quicken.
It's got to be a cantrip.
Really, I can't quicken a normal spell?
You can't cast 2 spells on the
That
same
was
turn.
the first one was my magic item.
It counts as casting a
It
spell.
counts as a spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a nuance of the rules. I wish it weren't the case, but it's how the rules work.
Alright, it's alright. I'll just cast a firebolt.
Critical. Nice rolls too. Okay. Your firebolt licks out, and in a gout of flame, it strikes him in the chest. You can see it singeing part of his bluish skin, but again, not the impact that you
Right.
wish it really had.
Okay, that's my turn.
Deimos, you currently have the guy locked down in front of you.
Alright, I look at that adolescent 3 that was nipping at me,
Mhm.
and I say, watch me beat the shit out of yo daddy. And I tap my shoulder twice, and I elbow him in the face. Totally with my fist, though.
Okay. So you have advantage on this, right? Well, that hits anyway. Yeah, you bust the blue slot in the face.
And then I'm going to use that thing that I have to grapple him even more, to pin him to the ground.
Okay, you're trying to restrain him now. Go ahead and roll the strength check. Or the athletics check. And you need to beat an 8.
Roll.
Needed to beat an 8 or make an 8?
He needs to make or beat an 8.
Well, my regular thing, for some reason, it's not taking my rolls. Are we going?
I don't see anything. They'll probably all come out. in a
Okay,
second
well,
here.
my modifier's a 10, if that makes it any better.
The only thing that you could do is crit fail it. Here, let me see if I can
Here,
roll
let me
for
just roll this. I didn't get a 1.
you. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Alright, so he is now grappled and restrained as you pin him to the ground. You just lean up against him and tackle him and force him over. Jeez. Alright, Ashok, your turn.
Which one did I have Hunter's Mark on again? Was it?
You
Or I
didn't
think it
transfer
died.
yet. You haven't
It
transferred
died.
it yet. Yeah.
I think I want to kill this adolescent that's on Deimos.
Okay.
He has 2 on him.
That will hit.
Transfer Hunter's Mark. Colossus Slayer. And damage.
That hurts it very deeply.
Turn into roll the did not do Colossus Slayer?
It wasn't hurt.
Oh, I thought I saw a yellow bar on it. Okay.
Nope.
It healed. It healed.
Oh, it healed. Okay.
Yeah, it healed at the beginning of its turn. So you have a second attack, though. That's a hit. Now you have Colossus Slayer. And Hunter's Mark. There you go. There you go. Okay. You splatter this one across the grass as well. It's like blue goop bursting everywhere, kind of like in Men in Black.
gonna use the inspiration to add to my my AC.
Alright, so you're going to try to add your AC for this incoming attack.
Yeah.
Well, you do it if he gets a hit, basically. So, that misses, that misses. That would have been a hit. 27. Your AC is 19
Nope.
now. It still hits. You take damage. You roll Constitution save, which you succeed. Okay, Balanar, your turn.
Yeah, still raging. I'm gonna take two swings with my greatsword at him.
Okay. Both hits. Alright. You guys are starting to pile on the damage. These guys are especially number one is starting to feel the pain. Euphemia.
Well, I'm gonna yell at Deimos that let's take that blue one alive. And I guess she's too busy kissing it, because then I'll just attack this other one twice.
Okay. That's a hit. You can charging in off your sword, and your second hit is a critical. Alright, so roll one more. There you go. Yeah, you swing in with your longsword and slash at it twice, doing hefty damage. Again, cutting into the thick
Then
musculature.
I'll move back here.
The thick musculature of these creatures. Okay. Deimos, as you're holding the slod down to the ground, you can see on his turn, his wounds start to seal up a little bit as he regains some of his strength. He's still going to try to... Actually, he's restrained. Let me double check what restrained
I think he can
means.
try to break the grapple.
Double check, double check. Restrained. His speed becomes 0, cannot benefit from any speed bonuses. Attack rolls against him have advantage. He has disadvantage on rolls and disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Okay, so he can attack you, but it's all at disadvantage. He's going to try to throw you off him. So with a roar of strength, he rolls a 14. You make a contested athletics check. Which you blow away, and he can do nothing. He just sits here. He's gonna try to bite you, and he misses. Elwin, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna spend a second spell slot to cast Chromatic Orb.
All right. That hits. Nice damage, poison damage, directly into the slot's torso. You can see it seeping through and taking full effect.
My turn.
Deimos, your turn.
Alright. Since this guy is now pinned to the ground, and I don't think I can actually do enough damage to hurt him. Actually, can I still attack him? I think I'm restrained too,
You're restrained too.
but I get advantage on attack rolls.
Yes,
How does that work?
It's just normal attack rolls, because yeah, you can still attack him, but it's just normal attack rolls. No advantage, no disadvantage. They cancel each other out.
Can you like tie him up?
Oh shoot, sorry, I did not mean to advantage it. Is this automatically doing it?
Yeah, because here, let me put the restrained effect on you as well. Alright, so
Alright,
10
does a
plus
19
9.
hit?
Yeah, that hits. Yep, there you go. You
And then,
blast him in the face.
with my bonus action, gonna grapple him even more.
He's fully grappled. I don't think you can grapple
I'm gonna
him with-
suplex him. Can I suplex him?
You want to suplex him. Do you have any more of your War Priest things?
Yeah, yes, one left.
If you burn it, I'll let you do it.
Alright, burning it, and I'm gonna suplex him.
Okay. So roll the strength check. Ooh, 13. He is going to roll
Sorry, I get another one.
Well, you beat him anyway. He rolled 10. Okay, so this is improvised damage, suplex, pretty hefty. I'll let it be like 2d8 plus your strength. Plus
Plus 6.
6. So 19 damage as you flip him over and suplex the crap out of this this blue slot in front of you. It's actually very impressive looking. As you like full on WWE him into the other corner. Or Sagat from not Sagat, Zangief from Street Fighter.
That's what I'm thinking. I've never actually seen WWE, but
No? You Zangief him. You crunch him and he's like upside down. As he makes a big imprint in the ground below. Okay, Ashok.
Which one did you want to take alive? Or
Kill
one
the
that-
first one,
yeah.
take the second one.
kill the second one? Is that what you said?
Kill the first one.
I didn't hear you.
Kill the first one, she said. That's a hit.
Kill the 8th one.
No.
Somebody electrify the water just in case another one decides to pop out.
Okay, Ashok, how do you want to do that?
that might just agitate him and make more come out.
I shot the arrow and it went straight through him and just blue goop just poured out of both sides of him and he collapsed.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like I don't know if you guys have ever seen bow hunting videos where an arrow goes straight through an animal. It actually carries chunks of flesh with it.
Yep.
It bursts out the other side, and so like in slow motion, you guys can see the arrow burst out the back of this blue slot, and there's chunks of bluish flesh flying with it, and then a spray of blood shortly after. And this slot
You
is
watch some strange videos.
dead. Okay. For the sake of time, because this guy is not getting free, and you guys are just going to dogpile it and beat it into unconsciousness. As he keeps trying to struggle against Deimos. One last strength check. He fails utterly. You guys beat this last slot into unconsciousness.
Okay, let's pile all 3 of these guys, plus take one of those babies. And let's get back to the city.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're tying them all up. I'm taking everything I can fit into my cart.
Okay, so you can fit, I'll say you can fit on the 3 unconscious slot that you have, and the corpse of one of the small ones.
Okay.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
Can't I carry one of the small ones on my horse with me?
Sure. Yeah. You
You
I
should take one of the dead
I were you,
bodies
I
and throw it on
wouldn't.
your horse just to show where the small ones we think come from.
Yeah, I'll do that.
those things burst out of people. So
Yeah, I'll
whatever's making them come out of someone, you don't want it near you. Just saying.
I think they gotta like lay eggs in you. I hope.
Yeah, you hope.
Yep. I mean, I got a B+ in health class in middle school, so I think I know what I'm talking about.
Just as if you guys recall, I was making you roll constitution checks whenever they hit you with their claws.
Alright, we passed all those guys. We're good.
Yeah, but you might actually still stick yourself.
Don't care. I'm putting them on.
Alright, so you guys pile on the creatures, and you start heading back. Again, even laden down, you're able to make good time back. Let's see, you left the city fairly early in the morning. It was about noon by the time you got here. It took you an hour to do all the fighting. So you get back to the city, it's around 5 p.m.
We brought a corpse too, right?
Yes.
One of the people.
Yes. I have you
We
down.
just ride right up into that guy's what is it called? The jurisdiction, whatever his name
The
is.
adjudicator?
Yeah, we just ride right up with the cart. Making a big show of it
Okay.
with our captive enemies.
As you guys pull up to the city gates, you wave your writ of passage in the air, and the gates swing open as the guards let you in. There's a lot of murmuring and talking as a crowd is gathering behind the cart, looking at the piled-on corpses of these huge hulking
Are any of them awake yet?
beastly slide. They're still fully restrained. Um, as one of them comes to consciousness, Deimos, I'm assuming you just smack it again and knock it back out, right?
Yeah, I'm just playing whack-a-mole on all of
Yeah,
them.
just keep punching them as we go. That's my suggestion.
Okay. Deimos is like riding on the back of the cart on top of this pile of slide bodies and just like smacking them in the head whenever they start moving. There's bursts of radiant energy whenever you do so because of your blazing knuckles. You guys pull into the map of Westvane. You guys go down this center street, and as you do, there's a crowd gathering around you, as murmuring, whispering, and shouting. You hear little kids scream as they see the hideous visage of these creatures. Halfway down the road, one of them opens its eyes and lifts its head, and before you can smack it, Deimos, it looks in the eyes of a young girl, and she like freaks out screaming, and she runs to her mother, and then you bust it on the head, and it closes its eyes and goes back down. You guys make your way down the street, and there's by the time you get to the circle, you have quite the following, as hordes of people are behind you, just like I'm just fascinated at these grotesque creatures that you brought back. Adjudicator Aaron stands up from his desk and walks out to where you are and meets you in the middle of the courtyard.
Hope you brought your gold.
He says, "What is this? What have you brought?"
You
The
wanted the
frog
bodies,
things.
so we brought them for you.
What are these things? Are they alive?
3 of them are. Plus, we got a baby. I pick up the baby one and I kind of swing it in front of his face. This one just came out of someone's body. It's kind of disgusting, though, but whatever.
You hear
And I throw it back into
screams.
the cart.
You hear screams as the corpse just like flops with a heavy thud, a wet like slapping thud, as it lands back into the cart. A bunch of people recoil as blue goop sprays across them. Adjudicator Aaron says, "Oh, that is hideous! These things are disgusting! Where did you find them?"
Does anyone know what village that was that we
The horse
stopped at?
village up the street.
It's a lumber mill or something.
You guys describe it with the
It was a couple
cows.
of hours down.
Yeah, you describe it. He goes, "Oh my! Yes, we know of that settlement. That's the ranchers' area.
It was.
This news must reach the king. These creatures are closer than we feared." So he shouts back to the gates behind him. So you guys go to the north part of the circle area to this main entranceway to the inner circle, the royal center. He shouts back, and guards across the top of the ramparts acknowledge him, and they pull some levers, and you hear some movement as the portcullis that blocks the entranceway starts to rise. It's this huge iron fixture. And he says, "Clear the way! Clear the way! We must bring this inside." And the people are all curious. The news is spreading quickly about what these things look like. You guys follow him into the royal center, and as you go in, you see that this area is much more lush. There are gardens and parks and trees. This is a very well upkept area. The buildings are much fewer and farther between, and much more decorative, but there are dwelling places in here. As you make your way to to one of these buildings, let's say this one right here. You stop. The cart stops. The procession stops, as the hordes of people could not enter with you. So it's basically just you, the adjudicator, your cart, and about a dozen guards, city guards, have traveled along with you. The adjudicator, walking in front of you, standing in front of this large, white marbled building, says, "This is where we shall deliver these bodies. This is the workplace residence of the what did I name him? High Arcanist Moltar Bennot. He is our historian. He is our scholar. We will leave these bodies with him, and he will
Well, I
tell
hope he
us.
has a good cage.
He will tell us of them. He shouts up, "We wish to see the Arcanist." You see a face in one of the windows peer down, and then a snap as the doorway begins on its own just open. A large stone doorway. Just the doors just slide open, and out comes that familiar figure that you saw up in the balcony earlier that morning. Who was standing next to the king. He's an older man, probably in his 60s, a little bit hunched over, but thin and frailish, but still a lot of life in his eyes. He's wearing very decorative robes. He comes out. Aaron, what have you brought me? What are... Oh my. Such hideous beasts and caricatures. Please, let me see them. He claps, and he asks, place them here, spread them out upon the ground. I must view upon them. The guards all heft them off and lay them down on the ground in front of him. And you see him start to cast some simple spells of identification, of investigation. He says, curious, very curious. He looks up at you guys. He says, which one of you is responsible for bringing me these creatures?
All of us?
Ah, I see. A fighting force to be reckoned with, truly, the 5 of you. I thank you. Aaron, they have more than fulfilled the requirements that the king set forth. Pay them. I have work to do here. He turns.
Be careful of those claws.
Yes. Ah, yes. You see him raise his hands, and energy flashes from his fingertips as arcane manacles form around both their arms and the legs of these creatures, and around the muzzles. They look like they would have been made of steel, except you can see them glowing with silver and reddish energy. He says, I will make sure they cannot harm anyone. Bring them inside.
Oh, and they have an immunity to some types of magic, so be careful.
Good to know.
Can I have my rope back?
I detected as much. Yeah, they gave you the rope back. And what is this? He looks at the corpse and the small frog.
That's how
This
they.
pops out of some people. They infect people, and this is what comes out.
Interesting. Very well. Bring them inside as well. I thank you. I thank you, travelers. We have time. We have time to study these creatures. We have time to learn of them. I suspect you may be curious about the results. I will be reporting to the king as soon as possible. If you care to hear, make sure you are in his company when I report. And he turns around and he starts walking back inside. And the adjudicator.
I turn to the
Yeah.
What do we do now?
He says, well, that went as well as we could have hoped, I suppose. Moltor Bennot seems pleased. According to the contract, you have more than fulfilled it. That's to the highest extent.
I say we've fulfilled it 3 times.
Perhaps that's a
So
discussion.
maybe we should get paid 3 times.
I am authorized to pay the maximum written on the contract. 4,000 gold as stated.
Oh, I'm sure you could find a bit more gold somewhere.
This is, you misunderstand, my lady. This is the king's own gold. To increase the amounts paid, you must take it up with the king.
What about giving us the gold from the Summerfield contract?
Ah, yes, that did. The report did come through. And he gives you the remainder of the gold. It was 250 gold that he had not given to you yet. And for exceeding the details of this particular contract, another 4,000. And here, invitations to the palace. The king would like to speak with you. You are
When?
given favored status in his court. When? He looks around, he says, "'Tis... 'tis the even hour. The king is indisposed at the moment. Come back in a few hours. Around 8 o'clock.
What time is it now?
It's about 5.
Can we go check that magic shop on our way back to the inn to grab a bite?
It's probably still closed.
You can try.
Yeah, let's go check.
The king will be ready this evening. He has a strict schedule that he abides by. He only takes visitors at certain hours. Okay?
Well, I'm sure we all need a shower, a bath from fighting those giant frog things.
Alright. So you guys want to go back out and try to find the magic shop. The magic shop is right around
Does the inn that we're staying at have like a stable?
attached to it. It wasn't specifically attached to it, but they did lease a building along with a couple other inns across the way. But so yes, they have spots across the way.
So do they have a stable boy or something that can like take our horses and
Yeah.
make sure they're cared for?
Yes.
I say we drop off the horses so we have them, and then go to the magic shop.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Let's do that.
Sounds good.
Alright, you guys head back to your inn.
Okay.
You make arrangements with the innkeeper. He says he'll add it to your tab and give you the bill whenever you guys check out at the end. But they do have a fine stable that they lease part of the land, the area with some other inns, and they can take good care of your horses.
Before we leave, I hand the empty jug of moonshine to the bartender and tell him, fill this up for when I come back.
He just gives you a curt nod.
And I leave him like 20 gold.
Oh wow, okay.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, he's there'll be kegs
That's way too much.
waiting for you when you come back.
He's been supplying me with alcohol. Gotta tip him good.
All right.
Yeah, but
I'm assuming you guys grab some a quick bite to eat.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to do?
can we do like a short rest?
Yes. So you guys take some time to eat and relax a little while as you entrust your animals to the stables. And there's your short rest. If you want to roll hit dice, you may roll hit dice to heal.
Oh, I'll play my Song of Rest,
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d6.
which is it a d6 still? I thought it was bigger.
I think it still is.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of you can add 2 to your healing, just this for the first hit dice you roll. Balanar, you're allowed to roll more than 1 hit dice if you want.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you're only allowed to roll one?
No, you are allowed to roll more.
And then you said I can add 2 to the first one, right?
Yeah. Deimos, what the heck is that
So
pic?
basic.
Well, I figured since my guy is so damn ripped, I found the most muscular guy on the internet.
That's a hideous picture.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Not a six pack at all.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
His pecs, I think, have a six
That's like a
pack.
value pack.
Holy crap. Okay. Alright, about an hour goes by. It's closer to 6 o'clock now.
Magic shop.
Yes, magic shop.
You guys make your way back to the market district. As most other establishments and stores are starting to close down and draw their shutters for the evening, you make your way up to the little curious magic store that Deimos had visited before, or Euphemia that you had visited before.
Me. Yeah, it was my
And
place.
the lights are on inside.
I go in first.
Okay. Okay, and you see across the top this little sign that says Callie's Curios and Books. Is what
How
the
much
place is
gold?
called.
How much gold did we get for turning in all that stuff?
Yeah, let me split that up amongst you guys. So that's where you currently sit. You guys actually have quite a bit of gold. You guys walk in. It's a musty bookstore. As you enter, there's multiple shelves scattered throughout the room of old books and tomes and scrolls. Across the way, it's not a very large building, but towards the back you see this older human lady that, because of the wrinkles in her face and the color of her hair, you assume is up in years. But there's a liveliness about her. There's a litheness, an agileness to her movements, a sharpness to her movements that says that she has not lost much of her prime form. She has spectacles on, and she's reading a book. Her feet are kicked up onto the countertop in front of her as she's leaning back in her chair.
What's the most
Hello again.
expensive items you have here?
She raises her eyes slowly.
Wow,
from
you're
her book,
so
and she glances
nice
up at you.
there. Can you say hello?
She says, "Greetings, my friends. Welcome to my establishment. I am Calliotta Cecile. Ah, Euphemia. I recall you. Welcome back. How may I be of service to you and your accompaniment?"
All of them are in love with magical items, so I'm sure you have something that you can help them with.
Magic items we carry. Yes. Our inventory changes from time to time. At certain times I have things in stock and sometimes I have not.
You have any
What
magic weapons?
what's magic weapons in particular, might I ask?
Have an axe?
An axe. I have the ability to imbue an axe with strengths or abilities. I do not have any axes in particular here.
I show her my longsword, the silvered longsword. What can you imbue onto this?
She looks at it for a little bit. Says, craftsmanship is acceptable. I see. Let me show you something. She reaches down. She turns around. She goes to a cabinet and she pulls out a small clay worked jar. She brings it out to you, and she opens it up, and inside you see a little ball of fire. It's just sitting there in the bottom of the jar, just burning, flames licking up around it. You can feel the heat off of it in front of you. She says, "This is something I crafted myself. 'Tis not a very well-known ability, but there are others who do this similar work. This is a mote of flame tongue."
Have I ever heard of that before?
You've seen weapons that have the flame tongue ability.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a mote of flame tongue. Given a worthy weapon, it can be applied to this. It can apply its enchantment to an individual item and turn it into a flame tongue weapon. Which weapon you chose to apply it to is up to you, of course.
And how much will this enchantment cost me?
These are high-level enchantments. They are hard to come by. This particular one will be in the range of 5,000 gold.
Too rich for my blood.
So flame tongue enchantment
Do you-
adds 2d6 to the damage, 2d6 fire damage on a successful hit.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Would I be able to add that to the Vicious Greatsword if I did it?
She looks at you. She says, "To overlap enchantments is a more difficult feat. I believe it would take a great deal of work. It is possible, but a flame tongue mote would have to be applied very cautiously, very carefully, else the two enchantments might break each other. So it can be done, but it would take me time, and certainly only a person well trained in the art of enchantment could accomplish such a feat."
I'll come back when I have more gold.
I can donate gold to you. Some of it.
What items would you have that would be used to a magic wielder?
She raises her hands, and the cabinets around her open up, and she says, "On this side we have scrolls of many different forms of spells and powers. And this side I have wands.
Okay,
Wands imbued with different spells and abilities as well."
I'll take a look at the wands.
Okay.
What else does she have?
You're seeing just glancing around, you see a wand of magic missile. You see a wand. I'll link them in chat. A wand of magic missile. You see a wand of the war mage +1. You see a wand of wonder and a wand of binding.
Let me take a look at them. Hold on.
Okay. Anyone else? Would you care to peruse my wares?
Last time I was here, I was looking for a gauntlet, as you might have noticed. A family gauntlet. Have you seen anything of magical interest come by that might fit that description?
One second here. She looks at you and she says, "A gauntlet. One of metalwork or of cloth or leather?"
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Metal or leather? What are you looking
It
for?
was a metal gauntlet, white with lavender inlays and black.
And what properties did it have, might I ask?
That was it was created by my mother. It was able to absorb magic properties from other items.
I have not seen such a item. However, with your description, I could ask some questions, and perhaps some of my connections would know of such a piece, a unique piece like that. Surely, someone would know of it. I will inquire.
That would be so helpful.
I shall do
On
so.
another note, have you any magical instruments for a bard?
I have. Let me see here. She goes to the back wall, and she pulls out two things. One is a cittern. It looks kind of like a small mandolin, or an oddly shaped. I guess really a mandolin is the best word to use for it. And that is this. I'm linking it in chat. And she has a lyre. These are the instruments.
Why do they
I
have
in
so many
hand.
spells on?
Because they have the ability to cast those spells.
I'm gonna read these, so
Okay, go for it.
if someone else.
What magic jewelry do you have?
Pray tell, what form of magic item are you seeking? Are you looking for an something that is capable of protecting you or giving you abilities you currently have not?
Both?
Let me see here. She rifles through some cupboards and pulls some things out, and she pulls out a couple rings. As far as rings go, this is what I have on hand at the moment. So those 4 rings.
Ram's
is what you have.
expensive.
And then she says, I have a couple of necklaces that might be of interest to you.
I have a question about this lyre.
Yeah.
Is it can it cast every one of these spells once per day, or can it cast only one spell once?
It can cast each spell once per day.
Huh, that's really overpowered.
This is probably one of the best items that a bard can have, one of these instruments.
Question:
only-
what does the lyre look like?
Oh, I sent you a picture.
Oh, you're going directly off that picture?
I mean, you can change how it looks if you want, but that's what is in the actual item description.
Can I make it a silver one then?
Yeah.
You can only attune to one item, right?
Okay,
You can attune to 3 items at a time.
3. So I'm going to. How much do you want for this lyre? I asked.
This lyre is a very rare and powerful item. It was quite difficult to come by. I will be looking for 6,000 gold for this piece.
That's it?
Oh, I'm such a good customer, though. I'm sure you can give me a much better deal than that. And plus, who else is going to make such good use? How many bards do you have come in here looking for such wonderful items?
She laughs. Those are both very good questions, and astute points, of course. However, as I said, this particular piece has a history, and it came at quite the cost, personal cost, to myself. I would not be able to offer you a sharp discount. 6,000 gold. But for you, I can go as low as 5,500.
I understand. But how about a trade? I have a lovely necklace here that has 6 beads that will transform into large fireballs of destruction. I'm sure you can get a much high price for this.
I am familiar.
Some kind of
with such an item. It does have value. Yes. Limited in scope, of course. I have made such items myself, crafted them in my spare time. In trade, I would give you 1,500 gold value for that.
So how much that would be?
You're talking 4,000 difference.
So the cost on here is not what they cost?
Correct. The cost on there is just a randomly generated number that's in the general price range of the value of the item.
Well, while you think about it, how much would the Wand of Magic Missiles, Wand of the War Mage, and the Ring of Warmth?
For these simple items of lesser attributes, of course, the Ring of Warmth I could let go for 500 gold. The Wand of Magic Missiles 1,000. The Wand of War Mage 1,500.
What about the Ring of the Ram?
Much rarer and more valuable item. 5,000 gold for this piece.
I will definitely take the Wand of Magic Missiles and the Wand of the War Mage.
Haha, very good. Alright, 2,500 gold to you. And
Okay. I have 2,480. I have 7. How much would that be if I needed to take from my silver?
silver is 10 silver make 1 gold. So you're talking 200 silver.
Right, I'm broke.
Alright, I'm adding a Wand of Magic Missile and a Ring of Warmth. Oh, not the Warmth, the
War Mage.
Wand of the War Mage to your inventory here. Very good. I like to see a satisfied customer.
Do you have any items that make you tougher?
Tougher.
Like harder to hit. I want to be harder to kill. Like any shields of +2 or rings of protections of stuff.
Just I have one item that I fear will not be of much value to you. She puts a pair of bracers on the table, golden inlaid, and fine craftsmanship. But she says, I doubt a person such as yourself would find these particular items interesting. I put them in chat as well.
Yeah. I wish I could use those, but I can't.
Let me see.
Thank you, though. You don't have anything else, do you?
As far as shields go, I do not have ones that
Shields, helmets,
enhance
anything.
defensiveness. I do have those particular. Here, let me show you. Yeah.
I was gonna tell that guy that I can't remember his name for some reason off the top of my head. Deimos, that's it. I'm gonna have to get rid of my mantle of spell resistance.
Okay. What does that do?
So you have advantages on saving throws against spells while you wear this cloak.
Oh, that's legit. Oh wait, I already have a cloak. Can I stick that cloak? Oh wait, you can stick that cloak on me over my cloak, right?
They wear two cloaks.
I will stick it on the front.
I don't think you can wear 2 cloaks at the
No,
same
I
time.
wish.
Well, this is a mantle, so it's only a cloak that goes over your shoulder. It doesn't
That's
go
true.
down.
That's true.
your
It's like
body.
a shoulder pad thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Pad me up, baby.
technically, it wouldn't be very heavy, or some people wear things like that.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll throw it like underneath my armor so I don't look as fabulous.
You'll end up looking like one of those guys from Bloodborne. You know, long cloaks plus with a little cloak on the shoulder.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, no, that'd be good though.
Okay, so she holds that. She puts on a table a shield. This particular shield is imbued with magic properties that would make you perhaps more aware of your environment and giving you advantage in combat.
All right, how much you want?
For this one,
Yep.
for this shield, she says, for something such as this, 1,000 gold.
All right, I'll take it.
This shield over here, and she reaches
Never
over,
mind. Let's see.
and she hesitates a little bit. This shield over here is not something I would let go quite so easily, but it is perhaps something that you would be interested in. Its value is quite high.
44,000.
Far more than anything we have seen so far.
How much would you like for this?
But you were asking what my most expensive item was.
It is true. How much would you like for it?
40,000 gold pieces.
Now,
Whoa.
let's haggle here.
I got a piece of string.
I do have a horse, a wagon, and I can imbue one of your weapons or anything in here with divine power, which nowadays is almost impossible to get.
She smiles at you. Such services I can purchase quite inexpensively.
Divine powers you can purchase?
Oh yes, the High Temple of Totem is offering such services for...
That's some bullshit. He is dead and we all know it. Alright, fine. Well, thanks for making me want more money now. You bastard.
So, after you broke Deimos' heart, can I
I'll
go?
take that sentinel shield.
1,000 gold.
And then, could I also take that ring of warmth, since no one did it?
Yeah,
for
yeah,
500?
you want that? Yeah, you want that?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1,000 for the shield, 500 for the...
You probably don't want the ring of warmth, because then you won't be able to use my mantle.
Ring of
You
Warmth
can
is
do 3 things, right?
3 attunements, yes. Some
Yeah.
items don't
Because you'd
require
have a
attunements.
cloak, something else.
So the shield doesn't
Doesn't-
require attunement.
Yeah, it should be good. Then
Oh.
still have 3 things.
Lucky.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. And after I pay for that, Euphemia, you have enough gold?
Oh, actually,
Does that have-
Deimos. So you have, right now, you have a Cloak of Protection and your Stone of Good Luck. Both they require attunement.
Oh, okay. I'll just take the cloak then.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
I don't need that.
1,000 gold for the shield.
Alright, took that out.
Okay? And the shield does not require attunement.
Sweet. Does anyone else need monies? Because I have a decent amount of money left over.
If you and Ashok want to help me with this, that since
I got a
if you want to
1,100
split whatever
gold
I
left.
need left, I probably won't need anywhere near that. But if the DM is right for me,
You mean in addition to the 1,500 I gave you?
well,
Here,
I was
why
just
don't
saying if you guys want to split it,
Yeah, how about
because
you give her
Deimos is
750
getting
and I'll give her
something.
750.
Okay.
Well, this is what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah, people
Okay,
give
put
you
the
750,
mantle of
you get
spell
it.
resistance in there.
Okay, so you can grab it from the party.
I put the necklace of fireball in there. I'm gonna give that to her. I'm gonna give her the 2,294 gold pieces and 13 PP or platinum.
2,200.
So how much more do I need?
Plus 13.
And 13 platinum.
Okay. So that's 24, 24. You are short 1,576.
Alright. I give you, 826 gold, and Ashok will give you 750.
Yep.
I got 400 copper.
That'll do it. So Ashok minus 750, Deimos minus 826, Euphemia minus all your stuff.
And yeah, I still have 6 SP and 200 copper for small stuff, food and stuff, you know.
Okay. She takes those items off your
And I get
hands.
the lyre.
I'm gonna take this out of the party sheet, and she hands over to you an Instruments of Bard. The Kali lyre is what it's called. It's a fine piece of craftsmanship. Possibly
Better
one of the nicest
fight.
instruments you've seen.
I was wondering too if I could shape the wall of fire into something that's more like Elistray based.
The spell is pretty clear on what its limitations are. So you'd have to make it work.
I just mean
Whoa.
visually, like instead of like a red fire, it'd be like a purple or black.
Yeah, the color, that's fine.
Okay, so it's a black fire, just to look like drowish.
Alright. Anyone else?
You can cast each of those once a day. That's
Once
crazy.
a day.
Yeah, and there's like 4 of them are like level 4 spells, so
Yeah.
I'll come back with.
that is a
I'll come back when I
must-have.
have more gold to do that enchantment.
How short are you on that?
About 2,500.
Oh, yeah, I only got 300-ish left. Yeah, well, after a quest or two will be good.
Yep. Well, maybe we could extort more gold from the king for bringing in more.
Oh,
slots.
don't worry. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm gonna do. That is my job, to extort money.
And we still have that other contract to go out to whatever for 4,000 gold.
No, we already got that. That was the frogs.
That was the contract from the king. There was another one to go out for 4,000 gold.
That first one was is defunct now because that's where the army is going to that town to take care of that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically the same thing. I'd say that we go take a rest, atone to these items before we go see the king, though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm gonna go sit at the bar and drink ale while they're resting.
She says,
Well, is everyone done?
Yeah, I let her know that I'll be back for that of Flame Tongue.
but of course, I shall be here as always. Although I am closed on certain days for personal reasons. But you shall find me.
What days and time are you open, though? We have
Oh.
been trying to get in here for a few days now.
I come and go as my whims take me. Sometimes, business comes up and I cannot be here. Sometimes I just feel like sleeping.
Okay.
Sometimes I find a good book and I cannot rest myself from bed. Who knows? Okay. But I thank you for your business, and I ask for you to solicit my store again when you come upon more finances.
Definitely will be back.
You guys
Oh
head
yes,
back
we'll
to
be
the
back.
to the inn, and you take another short rest, and you attune to your items. So you are only allowed to have 3 attunements at a time. In your inventories, I put a little asterisk by an attuned item, so that's how I'm keeping track of it. So if you guys want to attune to different things, just move the asterisk around. Okay, but that's your limit. 3 at a
Question:
time.
Can I change the name of this item, or is it going to mess up the description?
No, you can change it. Okay, any questions? Are we good?
No, do you have to type it in for the advantage on spells, or I just do that? I make a saving throw against it?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that manually. You just gonna have to
Okay.
remember it.
Sounds good.
Okay. It's now closer to 8 o'clock. You guys spent about an hour in there and another hour resting. What do you want to do?
Let's head to the palace.
Go to see the king.
Yep. I take back my full jug of moonshine.
Yeah, and he smiles at you and he points over to a huge keg in the corner. He says, "That one's yours too, whenever you want."
Ask him, can someone put it in my room, please?
I can make your arrangements.
That would be much obliged.
Okay.
I throw him another gold.
He smiles. He puts it between his teeth and bites on it. Yep, it'll be up there. Okay. So you guys head over to the palace. It's evening, but it being just after the spring equinox, the night has indeed come, but there is still traces of daylight in the air, in the sky. It's not quite the darkest part of the evening yet. So you see clearly enough. You all see clearly enough to walk. There are still people in the streets a little bit. Most of the shops are closed, but you see people traveling back and forth a little bit. Some you can tell from going home from work, or something like that. You make your way up to the gates of the inner wall, and you show the writ of passage that the adjudicator had given to you along with your with the fulfilled contract, and the guards nod and they allow you in. They don't raise the whole portcullis. There's a little gate, a little door in the portcullis that can be unlocked, and they open that up for you, and you guys walk through the little doorway, and you head into the royal center of the city, into that same doorway. You make your way over to the palace, and even in the dim light, you can tell that the palace is quite beautiful. The there are various shacks and huts around the palace wall, inside the palace walls, for landscaping, for animal care, for maintenance, that kind of stuff. There's a lush garden. There's flowing water. Um, and large open pavilions and that kind of stuff. Truly a manor fit for a king. You walk up to the main entrance of the palace, and it's a grand stairway of stone, white stone. On both sides of the staircase, you see large stone carvings, large stone statues of manticores in two different poses. One is rearing up on its hind legs, teeth, claws, and fangs, and wings bared. The scorpion-like tail of a manticore high above it. The other one is crouched low in like a pouncing position, eyes focused forward at some unseen prey. And you guys head up the staircase. There are guards all along watching you, but they nod with approval as you pass your way up, and you head up into the king's palace. A servant opens the door and welcomes you in. He says, "Welcome to the king's royal abode. I was informed that you would be coming by the adjudicator. Please, my name is Harris. I would be, if you would be so kind, could take some of perhaps your coats, or makes you
No, thank you.
anything to make you more comfortable. Would you like some refreshments, or some food, perhaps?"
No, thank you.
Very well.
I want the finest fish for Captain
Fish?
Fluffy Paws.
Fish, well, if there's something that's West Vane does have, it's fish. We are, after all, right upon the winding blue. In fact, we just got a shipment of fresh trout in this morning from the dock workers. I can make arrangements. I will ring the kitchen.
Sweet.
For the rest of you, anything?
No, thank you.
Okay, very well. The king will be awaiting. Will be present here presently. I ask that you await him in the parlor, and he points over to a doorway, several doors down a hallway. You guys head over there. It's a nice sitting room. There's benches and lounge chairs around. There's a decanter full of wine in the corner with some crystal glasses, and it's just nicely decored. The king will be here presently. If you need of anything, simply ring for me. And he points to a pull chain along the wall that would ring the bell. Thank you. And he leaves.
I'm gonna look around for any traps or things.
Okay.
Now,
So,
in our sorry,
go ahead. Go ahead.
in our past lives and stuff, have we ever met this king? Or I'm assuming you would probably
No,
know
but
of us.
remember, his best friend is the one that's trying to kill us.
Okay, so this country had nothing to do with any of the ridiculously awesome stuff we did in our past lives.
This country is far to the south. It's
Okay.
out of the way of most of the political affairs and the warfare and the things that happen in the main part of the continent. And you guys in your adventures, you mostly did your campaigns and your wars in the north, in the frozen north actually. That's where you did most of your fighting. So no, actually none of you have ever been to this city before in your former life. I'm saying.
All right.
Okay. Anyone else want to look for? Oh, Euphemia, roll me your investigation check. Anyone else want to do anything? You can't find any sense of a trap or foul play in the area.
I don't sense anyone watching us or anything like that.
Yep.
Balanar's gonna go taste the wine to see if it's poisoned.
You taste it, and it is really, really good. Elwin's
Sorry, I was
casting
testing it.
casting
No, I
magic
was
missile.
testing my wand.
He magic missile the wall or something. Yeah. Okay. Um. Some time passes. It's closer to half an hour before you start hearing footsteps come down the hallway, and just walking in the doorway, um, comes the man that you saw on the balcony earlier that morning. He's not quite
Which
as
one?
the king. He's not quite as regally dressed as he was before. Behind him are a couple soldiers, but he waves a hand and he tells them to wait outside the door. He enters the room. The door is still open, and he sits down in the one of the chairs in this sitting area. And he says, "Welcome. Thank you for coming to meet me. I am King Reginald Haas of the Haas family line, uh, regent of Westvane and monarch over all of Hasselin. I fear I do not know you. You have me at a bit of a disadvantage. I have heard tell of you, but if you could introduce me."
Hi. My name
I get up
is
and I bow.
Deimos.
And I'm Euphemia.
Deimos.
I nudge her. I was like, we gotta hide our names because that guy.
Deimos.
You're saying that in front
I'm
of the king?
Deimos, and we are part of the Fluffy Paw Brigade. This is our captain, Captain Fluffy Paws, as I hold up the cat.
Yes. You are a strange one. Euphemia, I believe you said your name was, honored. And your others?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Strong Dragon. By what may I address you?
You may call me Balanar.
Balanar. And elf, elf, magician. But what do you go?
Um, my name is Elwin, and I kind of um, not a full bow, but I like nod at him a little bit.
Very good. And you, human, with the bow. I see you are an archer of some sort.
Ashok?
Greetings. I am told that you, the five of you, um, just by yourselves, managed to subdue and bring several specimens of these creatures that beset our country alive for study by Moltor Bendot. Is this true?
It is?
Quite easily done.
I am not easily impressed, however. That was quite the feat. I thank you. You have the gratitude of a nation that has found itself in turmoil and beset by these creatures. It has been quite a trying last few months. Do you have any questions for me? Is there anything you wish to know?
I think there was something we were supposed to ask him, wasn't there?
Now, what kind of reward are we supposed to get for doing such a grand feat? I heard you were giving us gold, which we did get, though I believe we did complete your task with, as you said, quite an impressive outcome. Was there anything else that you needed?
My dear, you are sitting in the presence of the king. I believe that is quite a significant reward. However, as a show of good faith, and I know you have been paid what was on the contract, as a show of good faith, I will extend to you another 50% of above what was agreed upon. So, 2,000
Oh,
gold.
very generous, my king.
2,000 gold will be waiting for you upon exit of this place later.
But that isn't what I really meant. What else can we do to help you?
Ah,
Ensure that these creatures are not the only thing that is bothering you.
you are wise. A king has many concerns. Can I trust you? All I know of you right now is that you are a party of adventurers who are formidable in combat. But you strike me as beyond just normal adventurers. You
Would
strike
a
me
cat
as someone special.
would a cat lie?
That's true. I hold Captain Fluffy Paws in the air and cast light on him, so he shines bright.
Tell me, why should I reveal more of my um, silent struggles to a group of people I have not met previously?
Honestly, we have
Standing
nothing
before
better to do.
And you've seen how formidable we are. Can
I
help.
have.
We really like money,
I have.
and we get the job
Plus,
done.
my king, it's very rare that a king has such a chance to use adventurers such as ourselves that are capable that just do not end up and die in some cave.
And
We
also,
have killed
have you?
many different bad things.
You can't say no to this face. As I bring Captain Fluffy Paws even closer, as she gives the most pouty cat eyes you can give.
You have a point. Not you, stupid one, but the rest of you. You have a point.
7 charisma. I can't even pretend I can do anything smart in these situations. That is be breaking characters so bad.
Yes, I believe it can be done. These are trying times for our country, and not just because of this invasion, this scourge that is upon us. Politically, there is much infighting. There are forces at play, and I find myself stretched thin. I don't know if you know the people on my council, but they are powerful, they are ambitious, and they are not without their schemes. There are five,
Is there
and
one that you even trust?
I trust them all to some degree, which is why they are on the council. However, none of them do I trust implicitly. Of the five members who sit with me and advise me on all matters of polity and military movement, um, you have met some already. There's a High Arcanist, Moltar Bennat. He is our royal historian. He holds the keys to the past and is in charge of overseeing my regal library in the Sanctum district. He's
How
also the
about
head of the Mage
Brooks?
Society here.
He's the one that we brought the frogs to, right?
Correct. And I expect him shortly, actually. He told me that he would bring his findings and inform me of them. There is.
Kind of interesting to hear about the Brooks family. I hear you have them in your council as well.
I do. Sir Arthur Brooks. Yes, Arthur is one of my more trusted advisors. He is our treasurer and most connected financier. He knows much in the realm of merchant and commerce travels, and he often gives a soft but wise answer to problems that beset us. He's been long respected in this land and is known for his level-headedness and his intelligent but peaceful approaches to complicated issues.
I look very unimpressed.
Okay. There is, as you have seen, the Minister of the Interior, Lucia Voss. She handles all management of land, taxes, resources, and other internal issues in my kingdom. There is the General, the High General of my army, Eric Strum. He will be leading the forces tomorrow as they make their way to Somerton. He is a honorable and bull-headed man, but he is a capable fighter and an even more competent military commander. And finally, there is the Arch-Cleric, Bartholomew Quaylin. He is the fairly newly appointed Arch-Cleric of the Temple of Torm. He is a wise man, of course, a powerful man, of course. He has his ambitions.
Does Deimos know that last one?
Deimos, you heard the name when you were on at the High Temple. You heard it because that was the one that Aelind, the paladin that you talked to, that was his direct superior that he said he reports to.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. He wasn't the Aelin was the tough guy that kind of kicked me out.
Yeah, he was nice to you, but
Yeah.
yeah,
He politely asked me to leave.
yeah. Okay. Um, the king says, so what I would entrust you with, the knowledge I would entrust you with, is that a number of these council members have their own ambitions, as I said before. I particularly am suspicious of the Arch-Cleric. I suspect that he desires greater status. I suspect that he desires greater influence. And I fear that upon sending my army to the north, he may take the opportunity to move into power.
Oh, he probably will. They're taking money from people to use some fake god to do stuff, and he's kind of a bastard, if you don't mind me saying so.
The king is unflinching in what you just said. He's just processing the words.
From what I've been told from a very reliable source, which is like a really powerful god, Torm is dead, which was my god's brother, and I guess they're worshiping some gnome god that is taking his spot, and he's a dick. I'm not the greatest at talking, so I gotta be blunt.
He's saying that a lower angel is posing as their god.
No. It's like a lesser god, like a bitch god, kind of like Elistray, I think.
Yeah, nope. Shut up.
Oh,
I
bitch,
smacked
God.
Deimos.
Not like Tempest, which is like a kick-ass guy.
It's an angel, you idiot. Learn your pantheon.
It was actually
Demigod, no?
it was if you guys remember, it was Garl Glittergold. He's the minor god, the halfling minor god of trickery and deception.
Oh, okay. I thought it was someone else. Never mind.
It's God.
Yeah, I know my gods and stuff. Gosh, it's like the one thing my guy can do
The king
besides
says,
wrestle.
the king says, "Unfortunately, what you tell me does not surprise me. I had suspicions not quite as developed as what you have just spoken, but I recognize enough truth in what you say to not discard your words. Yes, I suspect the Archcleric.
Okay.
I suspect that he will attempt to do something while my military is absent.
Well, my king, it looks like you're gonna need some powerful allies while your army is away. And I think we can fit into that role.
I believe so. My men leave on the morrow.
Plus, if I would.
I entrust you with helping maintain the peace while I am gone, keeping a specific eye upon the High Temple of Torm and their movements. If they begin to break laws, if they begin to step where they should not, you will know what to do.
Just so you might. Something that might be of interest to you. Amberbrook, one of your smaller cities, was destroyed by multiple mercenary companies hired by one of your council members. You should check with a lot of the Amberbrook refugees. They will tell you it was people that were hired to burn down their city, the city that pays you taxes.
The king starts to respond to this. You see him a little. For the first time, you see a little bit of surprise in his eyes. But as he's about to respond, one of the soldiers walks in and says, "Your Highness, the Arcanist is here. He has much news to report." The king stops mid sentence, mid reaction. He was about to say something. He says, "Another time." He turns to the soldier. He says, "Send Moltor in." Moltor comes in, and he's holding different pieces. You can see, he has several different containers with him, and they're floating behind him. 5 different jars, glass jars, basically. And inside them, you see different pieces of slod anatomy. There's some blue, a couple blue pieces, and a red piece, and a few red pieces. They come floating in behind him. And as he comes in, he stands up, and the jars align themselves next to him, and they settle down onto the table in the middle of the room. He says, "Highness," he looks at you all, he says, "would you care for me to wait for another time?" The king says, "No. Speak your piece here." "Very well. What I had to say of this lad is disturbing, troubling, and far more dangerous than we suspected. And that is where we will end it for tonight.
Who was, for my notes, Eric Strum
The general. He's the general that leads the army.
for Haslin?
Yes.
And Quaylen was that evil cleric
The archcleric. Yeah.
worshipping that gnome god.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, sweet.
And Garl Glittergold.
That was the gnome
That's
mini
the
god.
gnome god.
So did we level?
Experience.
Here we go. Okay. So, experience.
Those things could take a hit.
You guys. And. There you go. You guys are all level 7.